We are the gabbiest gang, love to talk all day. Don't know what we are saying on the League of Ridiculous Conversation.
No, she does
We went
not.
to the mall.
You did regular
I watched
stuff.
a bunch of shows.
You did regular stuff.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I've been playing Kingdom Hearts, finally.
Nice.
I've been beating worlds that I can't talk about because I don't want to spoil it for people.
3 months later, huh?
But, you know, it's
You
all
seriously
in
looked
good
at your
time.
fucking watch to mark how long it's been?
I didn't have to do that.
It's all in good time.
It's just for comedic effect.
I take little breaks and I go back to things once I've finished other things.
That's okay.
I also found out which movie I have of yours, and it's only Spaceballs.
You only have Spaceballs. I
Yeah.
should have the rest of my movies. Mm-hmm. Okay. I will double check that.
Yes. I will also double check, but that was the only movie I saw in the area that it was at because I didn't mix yours with mine.
So if I am missing one, then you don't know where it is.
No, it's in that pile. I promise you I would
But you
never
went through
lose
that
your
pile and
stuff.
only found one.
Yeah, because it was the only one out there where I was like, okay, yeah, Spaceballs. That's really all
So
I have.
the one.
So
but
you-
if I find that I'm still missing one more, that means you don't know where
So
it
you
is.
didn't attempt to
No.
look through the rest?
She found one.
I
like,
looked
done.
over at the area where I knew they were at because I kept them separated. I told you that. I don't mix other people's stuff
Yeah, separate
with
but
my
equal.
stuff.
So there's a
So-
pile with my name on it, literally.
Your DVD is right next to all the PS4 games.
Okay. Okay.
And I saw Spaceballs.
Okay.
But I didn't watch it. I saw the cover. I didn't watch that this weekend.
That's
Yeah.
cool, I guess. You know,
I'll get there.
I didn't want my collection to be complete anyway.
Hey,
It's fine. It's fine. I don't own the producer, so I don't have a full collection.
I'm trying to think. I feel like we did so much because it was Memorial
Is
Day
it a
weekend.
3-day weekend?
Yeah. But there was a Sunday. I didn't do shit. I didn't
you ain't
leave
gotta
the
do shit.
house at all.
I mean,
ain't gotta do
it's not
shit.
a requirement. It's the day of rest.
I
Granted, day of rest should be Saturday, but whatever.
I stayed.
No, but when you have a
home.
3-day weekend, you can make Sunday your day of rest because the day before work, you're always kind of getting yourself ready for
Yeah.
work.
That's true.
Which is why I like Saturday's kind of the only day you could really rest.
Yeah.
If you've got the standard Saturday, Sunday weekend.
That's
Yeah.
fair.
That's why I used to get real fucked up when I worked at a collision center,
Yeah.
which is the most stressful job I've had.
Ugh.
Sometimes you had to work a Saturday, so
Yeah.
you'd work 6 days.
Ugh.
Those weekends sucked
Yeah.
because you're working Saturday and Sunday. I'm just thinking about Monday and the 20 cars I'm in charge of making sure the repairs are going smoothly.
It's okay. That's why Saturday night you just get blackout drunk and
Never been my style.
then recover on
Never
Sunday.
been my style.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like getting black. You know what? I don't think I lied. I think I have once.
I've only blacked
birthday
out.
at the
I've only
pool.
blacked out once.
Remember
and
I
think
told
I've talked
you?
about it.
Yes.
That was like the running joke because I had walked away from the party because I didn't want to throw up in the bathroom that everyone was using. So I drunkenly walked to the pool,
yeah.
the apartment pool, to go to the bathroom and throw up there.
She threw
Okay.
it directly into the pool.
No, I didn't. And then when I came back, I guess everyone was looking for me because I was gone.
yeah.
For like 30 minutes.
And then it was just like, Steph, where'd you go? And then Dee was talking about, you took my shoes. And I was like, I don't fucking care. And then I went into the room and I knocked out.
Drunk Steph is vicious.
Yeah, that was it. And then I woke up and then there was like, I think 5 people in the living room. And I was like, what happened, guys? And then
Well, you yelled and made everyone uncomfortable, so everybody left.
There was like a whiteboard that said, hey, Steph, I was here. You're asleep. And I was like, oh, man, this birthday sucks.
Was this college? You had a whiteboard?
We had a little whiteboard in
I
the
mean,
front.
I was in college.
I mean, yeah, this was like 7 years ago.
God, was it 7 years ago
Yeah.
already?
It was 7 years ago because it was
Jesus.
I was still
Christ.
30.
no, sorry, 6 years ago because it was 2013.
Still,
Definitely still 30. I've come to the point where I've just, like when you get close enough to your next birthday,
Yeah.
you just assume the role of the next year. You stop kind of pretending.
Yeah.
And like, oh, I'm still this age for a couple more months. I've just conceded to the idea. Like, I'm just 37 now.
That's
just
how I
Because
feel.
you're over the hill. I mean,
yeah, I'm done for.
the second we hit 30, it's gonna be the same.
That's it.
I was asked.
Hey, your birthday's coming up before mine.
I was asked my age. I forgot what website I was
It
looking
was
at,
like a
but I was asked my
Blink-182,
age, and then
video.
it was like,
What's
"How
my age
old are
again?
you?" And I was like, "I'm 29." And in my head, I was like, "I'm actually 30 in a couple of days, but I'm just gonna say 29." I'm embracing my 20s
Well, because you still are in your 20s.
before
Embracing
it's
or
gone.
desperately holding on to?
I'm holding on to my 20s.
Right to the last minute.
White knuckle
Yeah.
gripping.
What's
holding on.
What's the date of your birthday?
15th. It's a
15th?
Saturday. We're still
Okay.
deciding what I want to do.
Oh, we're gonna get crazy. Do you know what time you were born?
I was told like 9 in the morning.
All right, so from midnight to 9 in the morning, you're still gonna hold
Oh, yeah,
on to
shit, I'm still
29.
29.
Still 29.
I'm still 29.
I have no fucking idea what time I was born.
I don't know what time I was
I
born.
believe
either.
I would.
I mean, I only know the day because I was told it.
Isn't
Yep,
that on
true.
your birth certificate, though?
I was born on a Tuesday.
No, I don't think my birth certificate has it.
I'll have to check mine. I'm wondering. I want
I
to
don't
see
know.
what exact time it is.
I don't
That way
have my
could
original birth
completely
certificate.
time out. Like time when my thing is.
Nah.
Really?
We did do something this weekend.
Yes, we all did something this weekend. I was just checking to see if there was anything else. 'cause
Oh.
that's going to be the bulk of this podcast.
We did something else that was... Okay, so we decided to do a hike on Saturday.
yeah.
And then
Yes.
after that, it was just like, you know what? Let's go to Viejas. We haven't gone to that mall in a very long time. So we
Yes.
went to Viejas Mall,
this is
walked
true.
around.
Said no one I've ever known before.
It's just like, it's been years.
New sentence?
Never heard those
at
words
least,
strung together
like,
that way.
Would we say like 9 years or so?
It's been like 10
It's been like
years
since,
or so.
yeah, 10 years. Like, let's say
to
2009.
The outlet mall there.
So we
Yeah.
went to the outlet mall
Yeah.
and just kind of looked at like what changed. And then Viejas is now a resort and it's
They've
fancy.
always been. I
Oh,
think
well, it's
always
been a long time since I've
Verona's
seen
the
resort.
one that's still kind of low end to me.
Oh, okay.
Or-
They have a hotel.
No.
They upped
Not
it
Verona.
Saquon.
Saquon.
Is that the one that is like through El Cajon?
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
So
That's the
Saquon
one.
now,
Yeah.
they are
They're slowly
getting
building that one
Yeah,
up.
they're building
Yeah.
that one up. So they're gonna get a Hodad.
A Phil's
They're gonna
barbecue.
get a Phil's barbecue.
Oh, shit.
They're gonna get a Lolita's.
Yeah.
A Lolita's.
Tacos El Gordo.
Oh, sorry, a Tacos El Gordo.
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, they're getting like all like
The name, like
Name brand.
what is it? The
Southern
San Diego.
California- the San Diego.
Staples.
Yeah, the San Diego favorites to like bring in the people.
Oh, wow.
And then
Not a bad choice.
I think they're also, if it not already, are making it a resort. So then there's even more jobs for other people
Ain't
too.
there also a Pink's there already?
They got a Pink's?
They had a Pink's before at at Hara's, and then they took that shit out.
That's the only Pink's in San Diego, then, isn't it?
I could have sworn there was some special thing at Saquon already. I thought it was Pink's.
I don't know. I'll find out.
Anyway, continue your story.
Oh yeah, so we're thinking, okay, we're hungry. We did this hike.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna find something to go eat, and then it's like, you know what? They have a buffet. Let's check out their buffet because it was like what? Like I think it was like 24. Or we were trying to see the prices,
Yeah.
and then
Sure.
it was just like, oh no, it was like 36 something I think, or 34 something. But that's if
35.
you get a club card with them. If you
Otherwise, it's
don't
like
get a club card with them,
$48.
it's like 46 something. And I was like, dude, I mean, I heard this buffet ain't
my
even
whole
all that
asshole.
great
Fuck you.
we've ate there before, and I didn't even think back then it was that great. So
Like,
it was just like,
We have talked. There's a whole episode out
oh
there
yeah,
about
of our
buffets.
buffets. Yeah.
But fucking, like, no matter how much you pay, your food is still under a heat lamp.
Yep.
I will agree.
Like, I've had tasty food at a buffet, but I've never had food worth $50 a plate.
Oh, okay.
And I only eat one plate.
That's
So
true.
there's also that.
Have you eaten at Barona Buffet? I think I've already asked you that.
I've eaten at Barona and Viejas, I believe. I've
Okay.
never eaten at Saquon.
I haven't eaten at
because
Saquon
I'm too
either.
good for that.
Take that, Saquon.
Take that Saquon. Oh, now they won't sponsor us.
Verona, I do enjoy. Out of the buffets,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's no
enjoy-
Pink's in San Diego.
their food. And they're still always like San Diego's fucking #1 buffet every fucking year.
I'm super curious. Everyone who listens who isn't in San Diego. So Stephen,
Hi, Steven.
these 3, just so you know, bud, these 3 Indian resort casinos or Indian reservation casinos are, would you say, 5 miles as the crow flies away from each other?
Sounds about right, actually. Yeah.
5 to, I mean...
Well, when you're
I think-
thinking east, it's Viejas and Sycuan, and then when you go up north, that's when
Barona's,
you got...
Barona's
too.
right there, too. Barona's lakeside.
yeah, that is true.
Yeah, all like in the same
Okay.
area.
These
Yeah,
3
those
specifically are about 5 straight miles away from each other. Maybe like 10 tops, but even 10, I don't think blows
It
out
just
my
seems
example.
longer because the hills.
It is-
but like
yeah.
in
It takes longer to get there because you gotta go through some
winding
back roads and
roads.
shit.
It's every day, man.
But is that weird to anybody else out there? Like to have 3 reservations with 3 different casinos on them so close together?
I mean, there's also Paula and Pachanga that are within like 10 miles of each other.
That's
but
also true, but they're up
way
north.
the fuck out
That's
there.
true. I just drive
But like
past them all the time.
if they're that close to each other, it's also weird. And it's the same point I kind
Yeah.
of feel I'm making now. Like it seems strange to
Yeah.
have 3 so close to each other. And I mean, I know shit about Native American politics, so I just assume, well, they're not going to work like together. They're going to make their casino and make their money. And
Yeah.
be like, fuck you. We're doing it. Why should we have to share?
Yeah.
And they all thrive.
Oh, yeah.
So it's not like it's not like there's a ghost casino out there. Although that'd be cool.
Ooh,
I'd
ghost
go
casino.
to a ghost casino.
It's a ghost.
Like a ghost casino, as in like no one goes
Jackpot.
there, or
Sorry, what?
because there's that casino off the 5 that I'm like, whoever fucking goes to this little thing,
That's
Oh,
true.
that weird like.
Like,
little dinky,
I want to know how that fucking
Oceanside.
how that
poker
makes money.
poker. No, the it's on El Cajon Boulevard, like at the end of College towards
Oh,
City Heights.
yeah.
There's like a poker and like slot machine, like tiny casino, and I don't understand how it operates.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't even know like who would
It's-
win there.
I don't know either, but it's right on El Cajon Boulevard,
Yeah.
like right
That's
at the end of
weird.
College, on the west side.
Yeah, I've passed by that place a lot.
My
It's
goodness.
weird. It's super weird.
I'm also looking up Pink San Diego because I'm wondering if
But Jordan
that's
already
No,
actually
did.
a
I just
thing.
looked. There's
Yeah,
nothing.
it's-
Oh, there's nothing.
The
I
closest
wasn't
one is in La
listening.
Brea.
Then they got rid of it. Did it say where it used to be?
No.
I swear it was
No
Harrah's.
mention of it.
It was one of the
feel
casinos
like it
down
was
here, but
Harrah's.
Yeah. We
but
just
yeah.
wait for the Del Mar Fair now.
We went to
The moon.
no, we went to the buffet. Thought we were going to eat there. Did not eat there. And then there was also a cafe there. Did not check it out because we passed it. But we found a ramen place that we were like, hey,
Yeah, Ginger Noodle Bar.
okay, ginger noodle bar.
All right.
And it was just like, okay, we'll check this place out.
Sure.
It looks like it could be
Legit,
good.
You know? Like,
I don't like
looking-
the tone of this.
we're looking at
I'm
the
starting to think it's
menu.
not legit.
We're looking at the prices. The first thing that caught our eye or caught us off guard was like a $40,
lobster meal.
like a $40 plate in like the like mixed plates or something. And I was like, that's a lot of money for food. And then looking at it and it was like, okay, it's a lobster. Maybe
then-
that's just because it's a lobster.
Everything else like, 13, 14.
13 or
All right,
$14,
normal-
which is
normal
like
price.
the
And normal
average
prices,
price.
Yeah.
So we all order food. It's me, Roseanne, and Jordan. And Roseanne gets some kind of like
She gets like a
lo mein.
Yeah,
I think it's like
like a-
lo mein,
like a seafood lo
seafood
mein.
lo mein. And then
I got chicken katsu.
Jordan got chicken katsu, and then I
Japanese chicken
got
strips.
Yeah.
I got the what is it? Kalbi
The
ribs.
Kalbi ribs,
The
yeah.
Kalbi ribs. So the Korean ribs.
Okay.
And we also got
Oh yeah, we saw milk tea.
Yeah.
With boba. So I was
Cool.
like, you know what? We're all gonna get one because that
Hell
sounds
yeah.
delicious. And then we slowly get our food one by one. First of all, you pay up front.
Okay.
Red
order your
flag
food.
number 1.
It already asks for a gratuity.
Red
right? Your
flag
tip.
number 2.
No.
Yeah, it already has like what your tip is when you leave
fuck
it.
off right there.
So we sit down. Roseanne takes a drink of her boba. Immediately is like, yeah, this isn't good.
Red
and I was
flag
like,
number
okay,
3.
dang it. So we sit down, and then
Mind you, we didn't get our food yet. There's already 3 flags on the field.
So we sit down, and then Roseanne gets her plate. I've seen like the noodles look like that before. Like it's a certain style where it's like crunchy noodles, and then you put the sauce over, and then the noodles get kind of like soggy.
Yes,
and
it's
then...
called instant ramen.
No, that's not. Like there are places that actually serve it like that, and it's good. I don't know what she got. Did it like tasted off, or it was way too salty?
Yeah,
it was just
salty.
odd. Mm-hmm. And then
the sauce was salty, and nothing else had flavor.
And then Jordan's chicken katsu comes, and it's just like, okay, I mean, like it looks like
they fucked up chicken strips.
It looks the part.
It looks like it could be. The only question first off, like my thing was that don't look like katsu sauce.
Dry and chewy.
Like that's not katsu.
It was
sauce.
not katsu sauce at all.
So we took one bite, and it was almost like they used like lumpia sauce, like a sweet and sour sauce,
yeah, and put some ketchup in
and then
it.
put a little bit of ketchup in there.
Gross.
So we tried to would we try to use the oyster sauce?
I used that and mixed it with hoisin sauce.
Oh yeah, the hoisin sauce. Sorry, hoisin sauce. I still didn't think it was good.
No,
and
it wasn't
also,
good, but it made it palatable.
Yeah, and also
Because
you could tell the chickens.
The katsu itself had no flavor.
Yeah,
whatsoever.
And then my food came, which was fine.
Yeah, hers was pretty good.
Because how do you fuck up ribs? Oh, like not ribs, but just how do you
just
fuck up
Calbee ribs.
meat? Like
It's
all
just-
you do is grill it.
Just throw it on the grill.
I mean, he had chicken strips.
that's true.
It's tough to fuck up chicken strips.
But it's like breaded chicken strips, so
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like
With no
the
seasoning
breading is ever
whatsoever.
fancy. The breading is
Oh.
just breading.
But the rice, though,
It was straight Uncle Ben's.
okay. I took one bite of the rice and I
Right
was
out
like,
of the microwave.
I ate this in elementary with my teriyaki chicken dippers.
What? Wait. What? You had teriyaki
You did
chicken in grade school?
You didn't
Yeah,
have
you didn't have
teriyaki. Teriyaki.
Dude, we had
teriyaki
the
chicken
best
dippers?
lunches.
The
So
fuck?
at Sandburg Elementary,
Right,
where
yes,
I
I know.
attended, like
And I went
whenever
to
we got
Mason
the
Elementary.
whenever we got the menus of
Yeah.
like what our monthly lunch is gonna be,
Uh-huh.
it would be like pizza, like you
Okay.
know that little square
Fridays,
piece
on
of pizza,
Fridays.
which was still
The,
pretty good.
the cardboard pizza.
on Fridays.
What is it? The burrito grande, which was bomb. It was like a wet burrito.
no burritos until high school.
Oh, it was like a wet burrito.
It was a wet burrito.
Those were good.
Yeah.
Taco pockets.
Yes,
those
taco
were bomb.
pockets.
You mean a pita?
No.
It's like an empanada. Basically.
It looks like an empanada, but it's filled with seasoned meat. It was delicious.
Okay.
What is it? The potato boats?
Yes, potato boats.
Those were
I
good.
love potato boats.
So it was just like a little boat. Like a
Okay.
little boat. And it had
mashed
like
potatoes.
mashed potatoes
And then
in it, and
a
then a
cheese-
layer of cheese.
yeah.
And then it was like,
You had a famous bowl?
no, it was just like it was a small little thing.
Yeah.
Did you guys at least have a salad bar?
No.
Oh,
okay,
we had a
there
salad
was
bar.
a salad bar. Yeah. Ain't nobody touched the
Wait,
salad bar though.
salad
I touched a
bar?
salad bar.
You had
Fuck
an
that
option?
shit.
Yeah, we had a salad bar. Like it had like
Fuck.
it had like the mixed green salad, and then like the other little cubbies would be like I don't know.
What elementary school kid's gonna go to a salad bar?
I did.
I don't know, healthy kids.
Fucking weirdo.
No, you know what I used to do? Their croutons were the lamest thing,
Croutons?
but they were so delicious. What they did was,
Yeah, that's what you eat when you don't have money.
you know what they did? I'm pretty
did
sure
that
this
a
is what
lot.
they did. They got a slice of sliced bread,
Quit
right?
making fun of my crouton salad.
No, it was like bootleg croutons, but they were delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So
Croutons.
they would get bread. I'm pretty sure it was sliced bread and put like a layer of like cheese on it,
Yeah.
and then
The Fry Festival special.
and then they would like cut that up, and then that would go into like the oven because when you
so
looked at the
grilled
croutons,
cheese.
they were literally like
Oh, Steph, you
little-
don't have to describe it to me. I know this. You
Right?
gotta tell Anthony though.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They literally
I'm
looked
following.
like a slice of bread cut up in little squares where you could literally see the cheese within the bread. And then they would just have that, and that was your croutons.
You know
but
that-
what I would do is I'd get the croutons and then get a little bit of ranch, and I'd dip my croutons in there and eat it. It was delicious.
You know what I would do on Fridays? The one time I used the salad bar. On Fridays when we get the cardboard pizza,
You get the bacon bits?
I put the bacon bits
Mhm,
on.
I did that
onto
shit too.
And then I put some croutons on it too. Like, oh yeah, it's crunchy and delicious.
And they were like the bacon bits that aren't real. They
Oh yeah,
taste like,
it was bacon
they're like
strips.
fucking nerds. They're like little crispy
Yeah.
pieces.
I'm trying to remember. For the most part, all through grammar school, I was a brown bag kid.
Yeah.
Oh, That's okay. I was that sometimes. If I made my lunch, which was always like a sandwich and chips or a Lunchables.
Ooh, Lunchables. Look at this one.
Wow.
Fucking
Fancy
rolling deep.
Dude, I did like
Deep pockets.
I did probably the most pathetic lunch today. So, okay, I could have made soup, but I had to go home to buy something.
Does it beat my my pathetic cookie
Croissant
dinner?
salad.
I don't know. Okay, so what I did was I got home because I was trying to check if the mail came in. So I go in the fridge and I was like, I'm just going to find something that I could quickly eat at work. So
Yeah.
I saw like, what is it? Like Oscar Mayer salami meat.
Okay.
So like I took 2 of those and then I shredded up into like little triangles and put it in a Tupperware. And then I was like, I don't have cheese except shredded cheese. So then I got a handful of shredded cheese and just threw it in a Tupperware together. And then I got to work and I had my little Ritz crackers. And then I was putting little pieces salami and like a little shred of cheese. So it was like a little cold pizza. And I was eating that
That just
for
sounds like
lunch.
Sounds like a good Lunchable.
like
right
a
there.
charcuterie board.
Yeah.
Oh, like a cheese board?
Coucherie.
Something like that. It's a really difficult word to say for me. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I just know it as the cheese and meat board.
Yeah. Cheese and meat with crackers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what you've made. That's
Oh,
a
yeah, that's
normal
all I
thing.
ate.
And
today.
I think you're a step above Jordan and I, because I don't think we would have bothered putting it into another thing. I think we would have eaten the meat right out of the bag, eaten the cheese right out of the bag, individually probably.
Probably,
I would
yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah.
Not fucked with any other thing, just eating it right in the kitchen.
Like you take the shredded cheese, you hold it above your head, like you're Caesar eating a grape.
You're still living pretty good over there, Steph.
Oh,
Yeah, that
okay.
has nothing against my pathetic cookie dinner.
Shit,
when
sorry. That was
I-
my lunch today.
like I had to go to this was back when I was in college, and I didn't have money, so I was like, oh man, I just really got to eat something, and all I had was Oreos and slices of bread.
Oh, yeah, I've
So I
heard
was
the
like,
story.
oh, well, if I just take some Oreos and put them on a slice of bread,
I think you're doing too much work.
and then it's basically like it's kind of like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, except it's Oreo on the
It's
inside.
not even a little like it.
You know what? I was tricking my brain. All right, I was like, yeah, it's so close.
I'd have just eaten the Oreos and then rolled a piece of bread into a little like cylinder and just eating it like that.
wouldn't
Like
do
would
that.
I would not bother to put those things together.
I was trying to
Sometimes
trick
I
my
imagine
brain.
it's a
That seemed
breadstick.
pointless.
I was trying to trick my brain.
I've imagined.
I can't
it's a
say shit though
breadstick.
because I ate half a pie last night.
It's still right behind you.
Well, a quarter of it is now.
That's okay. Oh, but
Oh, that's the pie fork. What?
that's fine.
So I'm not looking for a fork when I need to eat the pie.
I think the worst part about my pathetic cookie dinner is that at the time, my brother and my best friend David, they're both like sitting watching TV. I think they're watching The Office, and they're just watching me do this.
What are you eating?
And they're like, why is he putting it on the bread? Why doesn't he just eat it? The Oreos are already a sandwich.
Yeah, it's true.
You're just making a weird
Balls.
double-decker, complicated Inception
a
sandwich
sandwich
now.
with bread. Oreo sandwich with bread.
It's just an extra
Yeah.
bread. That's just
Yeah.
That's also
extra worst part of the sandwich.
I think okay, but
you think the bread's the worst part of the sandwich?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
are you a crust guy? Do you like the crust?
It depends on the bread. Sometimes
That's fair.
sometimes I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Other times I'm not into it. Like I don't like a real like crispy as fuck cut up your mouth eating glass kind of crust.
Oh,
Okay,
that's how I
that's
feel
fair.
sometimes
That's fair.
about banh mi sandwiches.
For the most of that, all
Some of them
other
are
crust
hard.
I'm fine
All right,
with.
Yeah.
what's your favorite bread?
Are we talking like Subway? Or are we talking about bread for life? Potato bread.
Nah, dense and
I
unnecessary.
love dense bread.
Dense bread is. I like
Dude,
that.
Jamaican
The
bread?
Jamaican
that
hard
shit
dough
was
bread? Yo.
bomb.
I've never had that.
Oh,
That's real good.
that's some
I'm
dense
trying to think
ass
when
bread.
I worked at the
It's
bakery.
like Pillsbury dough bread, but like times 5.
Yeah, I like some fresh ciabatta,
Okay, ciabatta. That's
Okay.
a good
but
one.
like fresh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like as soon as it starts getting stiff, like
Yeah.
ciabatta gets tough real fast.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think because I worked at a bakery for several months.
Y'all fuck with that sourdough though?
Sourdough can be pretty good.
Yeah.
I can be pretty
Oh.
down for sourdough.
Sourdough when it's like fresh.
But all bread, really. Let's
Yeah.
just say,
Yeah,
let's just say
when
all
it's-
bread, the fresher the better.
when
Yeah.
the inside is still so like
Warm.
fluffy and
Yeah.
It's
warm,
warm
and
and
so
fluffy, yeah.
light feeling.
Yeah.
Oh, that is
Man,
the best.
if
With
someone
soup.
all right.
Oh,
If someone handed me a
fucking love it.
fresh baguette right now, I'd eat the whole damn thing whole.
Oh,
Just-
fucking Italian loaf? Done. I have literally, not by myself, with one other person, eaten an entire loaf of just fucking Italian bread.
Before.
Yeah, we have.
All right,
Sure did.
I have a recent bread story, which I never thought we'd be here. So
I love
think
bread.
We're out here trying to get that
3
bread.
weeks. I think
I
3
eat
weeks
it
ago.
every day.
Trying to get that
no,
dough.
it's something else. Go ahead.
3 weeks ago,
Yeah.
I think it is. I'm just fucking around here in my room, just Twitter, and I see. I go out, and in the kitchen, I see roommate and pickle hookup Alan has made a loaf of bread.
Okay.
And it's just there cooling on the counter, and it's just like
he
big.
makes
It's like this
bread
big.
himself.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh,
What?
come on, dude.
Tell him to make us
Dude-
bread.
dude makes
LoRC bread.
So it is like 10 inches tall. It
Okay.
is tall ass bread.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of goofing off it in my head, and I take a picture of myself like salivating over it,
Yeah.
and I see that he's posted something about making some food and some bread. So I reply to his tweet with a picture of me salivating over his bread. Now I do this for 2 reasons. One, the comedy, of course.
Yes.
And 2,
You want that bread.
now he knows I'm aware of the bread. Now maybe he'll ask if I'm interested in the bread.
Hey, would you like to try some of this bread you took a picture with earlier?
Why, yes. Yes, I would.
Yes, I would.
Spoiler. I got some of that bread.
Oh,
that's good.
How was
It
that
w-
bread?
It was just wheat bread.
Yeah.
But it was both soft
Yeah.
and dense.
Oh.
And the crust was like thick but not crunchy.
Yeah.
It's probably the best wheat bread I've ever had.
That sounds like the good stuff
Yeah.
right there.
I bust out my emergency peanut butter ration and I spread that motherfucker on nice and thick. It was a good time. I had a plate-sized slice of bread, like an inch thick, with just peanut butter on top, and had a good night.
You should have. Like,
Did we ever tell you about fool's gold and that recipe from a movie we saw with
That- for some
what's his
reason,
name?
Fool's gold.
that sounds familiar, but I have no idea.
The sandwich that killed Elvis.
Yeah. So you get a loaf of French bread
Okay.
and you
Cut
put
it in half.
No, not yet. You do the butter thing.
Oh, right. Yes.
So you get butter and you spread it over the bread.
'Kay.
And then you put that in the oven. So
'Kay.
now it's a buttery outside.
Got it.
Then when it's done heating, you cut the bread in half, and then you spread one whole jar
of peanut butter.
of peanut butter
One whole jar
and
of
one
jelly.
whole jar of jelly. We didn't do all that. We
did not.
That is a
portioned
lot.
it enough where it wasn't the whole jar.
Yes.
That's
But
a
then-
lot of peanut butter. God,
Yeah.
that feels dense to think about.
And then you
My
cook
chest is heavy.
bacon, and then you put bacon
Bacon strips.
strips in there,
Bacon
Okay.
strips and bacon strips.
and then
bacon
you
strips
put the
and bacon
slices
strips.
together, and then you cut it in long pieces.
And you serve
And
it.
you serve it.
And at no point you bring in like fried bananas.
No, there's already bacon in there.
But I always feel like everything Elvis ate had fried bananas. Like that's always
Well,
like
I feel
a
like
weird
that
go-to.
would be a
'Cause
good thing,
apparently
though.
he liked fried peanut butter banana sandwiches.
Dude,
That was a thing.
Peanut
of his.
butter banana sandwiches are delicious.
I mean, I've had a peanut butter and banana crepe, and those are pretty good.
You never had a peanut butter and banana sandwich? Because it's delicious. It's
Well, I mean, I've
wonderful.
had that, but not
Question.
fried.
Question.
I didn't
You know
fry
what?
it.
Fuck it. We're on this now.
Yeah.
Peanut butter.
Yes.
Your peanut butter banana sounds delicious, but would you take, if you have had, and if not, I will tell you how good it is, peanut butter and marshmallow fluff?
I have not
We've
done
discussed this before. But
Ooh,
I have not done that.
boy.
that. I don't know.
Marshmallow fluff is fucking great.
I know there's like a specific name for that too. It's like a.
It's like jet puff marshmallow cream, something like that.
Oh, I think that's right. The marshmallow cream.
Yeah.
That's about
no.
right.
I mean, like the name of the sandwich.
I don't know.
It's like there's like a specific name for. I've heard some white dude say it, and
It's some white shit.
PB Mallow.
It is fucking great. It's like if you made peanut butter into candy.
yeah,
The marshmallow doesn't like overwhelm the flavor. It's still very peanut buttery, but it has
Just
a
makes it a
sweet.
little creamy. Or
No, I mean
cream
fucking
cheese?
like marshmallow fluff is super difficult to spread.
Steph, I want
I
you.
think that's
I want
right.
you to say this in the most Steph voice you can possibly muster.
Okay.
The name of this sandwich.
Okay. It's a fluffer nutter.
That is the most Steph.
A fluffer.
Fluffer nutter. That's
I would
Fluffernutter.
like
I get it.
Yeah.
a gooey gobbler.
I get it.
Give me some of that fluffer nutter.
Ooh, yeah. Now say it slow.
Fluffer Nutter.
You know what's
I think I
another?
paid a girl $20 once to do that.
Jesus Christ.
Apparently, Keanu Reeves' favorite sandwich is a peanut butter and honey sandwich.
That's
I've
good,
tried
too.
those. That's pretty good.
I've never had that.
That's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Honey makes me throw up.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you
you're-
can't have honey. I remember that.
You're a sad human. Real left field. I don't know if this falls under like weird white shit or not. But peanut butter and apple butter. Apple
That
butter.
sounds wonderful.
I
apple
tried
butter's
apple butter.
pretty good, and I feel it's underrated and mostly forgotten.
Okay,
Isn't
I've
it-
had apple butter, but I haven't had like a good brand apple butter. I've had apple butter from the fucking what are those? The meal ready, the MREs.
Yeah.
That's the only apple butter I've tried.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy, but we can find just some
Isn't
decent
that
apple
a
butter.
song? Apple butter jeans, boots of the
Apple butter jeans.
You
boots
waited
with
and
the
kept
fur.
trying to get into the
fur.
conversation for that.
I really wanted to say it.
You got hung up and had to say that.
I did.
I just discovered while working at the nautical themed insurance company, cookie butter was a thing that
Oh
existed.
yeah, cookie butter is wonderful.
I did not know that existed until like 5 or 6
could've
years ago,
sworn you
whenever that
told
was.
me.
Oh yeah,
about
I
it.
was supposed to bring cookie butter in with the cookies
so you just
for you guys to try.
You just never let
Wait,
them have it.
which cookie butter?
I don't know.
The Biscoff cookie butter or like Trader Joe's cookie butter?
I think it might have been Trader Joe's, but honestly, I don't know. It wasn't mine. It was
Jerry O'Connor.
Jessica's?
no, it wasn't either of them. I think it might have been Christina who brought it.
Okay.
I only asked because the Trader Joe's cookie butter does not spread smoothly.
I just had a
kinda
spoonful.
Yeah, it's kind of thick, and
Yeah.
you have to really like.
Slap it.
If you have soft bread, you're gonna tear a hole.
That's
You're just gonna have-
marshmallow fluff is like.
Oh, okay.
It's super difficult to
So
spread.
do you put
So
that on?
you gotta get that
do you
hard dough
warm it
bread.
up?
It would help.
You get that hard dough bread.
Oh, yeah, because it would stay.
Ain't nothing gonna cut through that.
Get that sourdough in there.
Dude, I love like hard
God, I
dough
would love to
bread.
get some
It's
Jamaican
so
hard dough
dense
bread.
and so filling.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Yeah,
Great.
it's good.
Best
So
sandwiches.
what bread do you get at the Subway?
Oh,
I
I
usually
get-
get a flatbread.
I always get 9-grain honey
Flavorless
oat.
motherfucker. There you go. That's something.
I get that, or I also like the cheese one, the Italian herbs and cheese one.
That's what I fucks with. I fucks with the herbs and
that
cheese.
one's good.
Yeah, that's fine, but I prefer
Plain.
tasting the meat. I like tasting my meat. You know what I'm saying? I get that Italian BMT.
I don't have a problem tasting the meat. The meat gets into my mouth. It's fine. It's delicious.
And also, it makes me feel slightly healthy. Because I'm eating
Oh, by
a
getting the flatbread?
Even though it's like one of the worst ones.
But then you get like the bacon and all the mayo on it and
Ugh.
cheese. Oh, yeah,
I have like a go-to. We've already
You're getting double
discussed this.
cheese?
I have a go-to sandwich that I always do. It's usually
Fluffer nutter.
no. It's usually the what is
Say it
it?
again, Steph.
Fluffer nutter. I almost thought I forgot. Yeah, fluffer nutter. When it comes to sandwiches,
Just that's the name of the podcast. Just
Fluffer nutter.
Just fluffer nutter.
At the very least, it's going to be or fluffer nutter.
yeah, it's always like the cold cut combo or whatever,
I get the
like
Subway Club.
whatever, like sale one they have for the day, like
Oh,
the
whatever,
foot long
$5
sale. Yeah,
footlong,
whatever that bullshit is, I'll do that.
I get the Black Forest ham.
Oh, I've gotten that too. But I'll get that with Swiss
like a salami.
cheese on 9-grain
like-
honey oat, and then lettuce,
salami like 'em?
tomato. Wait,
Salami like them.
We're being disrespectful to another
oh,
culture
you're
over here.
fine. Jesus
You're fine.
Christ.
Keep going.
What is it?
We're just going to keep fucking off in the background.
That's fine. Lettuce, spinach, tomatoes, banana peppers. Now they got these infused oils.
Wait, do you need lettuce if you already have spinach?
I do both.
Because lettuce is like pointless at that point.
It's just extra filler.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't get the lettuce because it goes
That's extra fiber.
like soft too quickly.
But spinach though.
I know.
Yeah, I get the spinach because
Yeah.
it lasts longer. And
Plus, it gives you muscles like Popeye.
That's also true. I do put spinach there. but I also put lettuce because it's also there. And then banana peppers.
If you're just putting filler on there.
Yeah.
Because I like banana
Something wrong with
peppers.
that.
And then, they have those new infused oils.
What's
So
it?
I got one of those.
What's it fused with?
Herbs.
And spices?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's like
snap.
herb oil or something like that.
Herb oil.
Herb
Which
oil.
usually I do oil and
that
vinegar,
guy.
salt and pepper.
That's what I do.
But because they already had the infused oil, I was just like, I'll just get that.
It's just in one.
Yeah, I was like, everything was there, and I was like, I don't need to put salt anymore because I'm sure there's salt in there.
rosemary. Oh, it's all salty as fuck.
I just don't get oil at all on my sandwiches.
You just having a dry ass fucking
No,
sandwich,
God,
no mayo, no oil.
I put
He can't have mayo.
I put the sweet onion sauce because it's delicious.
All right, at least you're doing
See,
something.
I
And
did-
0 calories.
I did the same thing, or I did that same exact sandwich, but they also had the what is it? The sweet onion chicken
Yeah,
Yeah.
as their
I was not
as their
impressed by the
sale
sweet
one,
onion chicken.
huh?
I'm not impressed by the sweet
Yeah,
onion
I
chicken.
don't like I like the sauce. I'm not so much on the chicken.
Yeah, the chicken was kind of odd. I mean, given that I did the same usual style of sandwich that I did
Because
Like,
with that,
it's
but
chicken breast that's just been sitting there for.
that's also true.
I'm pretty sure it's pressed too.
Yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah.
feel like that's a real chicken breast.
Like
Yeah.
when I went to get my sandwich, the girl was like, "Do you want it toasted?" And I was like, "No, not really," because it depends.
They look at you funny when you said that.
She did.
Yeah,
she
they-
actually looked at me and was just like, "Why wouldn't you get it toasted?"
Ugh.
I've had that exact
was just like-
reaction.
Also, why the fuck aren't you toasting your sandwich?
Well, because sometimes
Fucking
I
A, it's not necessary.
okay,
Oh,
We
I
went-
like hot
we went
sandwiches.
hundreds of years without toasting sandwiches.
I
Yeah,
like
and we were
hot
dumb for
sandwiches
hundreds of years.
depending on what it is. If I'm going for like a Philly cheesesteak style,
That's
then
different.
yes,
There's hot
toasted.
sandwiches and then there's cold sandwiches.
If I'm already getting the cold cut combo, it's gonna stay cold. That's a refreshing
It's
sandwich.
cold. It's in the name. You
Yeah.
don't fucking heat that shit up.
That's why you get the hot and cold, the hot of the bread, the cold of the cold cuts.
I don't know. Sometimes I like the bread cold. Well, I mean, it's
one,
disrespectful
it's
to you
not
because
cold.
I've ate cold pizza.
It's not cold.
That's a
it's room
disgrace to him.
temperature.
I can eat cold pizza totally fine.
That said, whenever I make myself a tuna fish
horrible
sandwich,
monster.
I do like having it on toasted bread.
Yeah, see,
There, that's fine.
Yeah.
I could do that.
because almost every sandwich benefits from having toast.
I don't feel it's necessary. I don't get it. I've had a dude straight up like ask me again as if I didn't understand what my own answer was.
Right, you speak
Right.
English though. You want the.
It's just like,
do you
why
not
wouldn't you
this
want
toasted?
it toasted? And I was like, I don't know.
Why did you put it in the toaster before even asking me? No, I don't want it toasted.
Yeah,
But
it's just such a shock.
It's
I
a
was
meatball sub though.
Like, yeah, okay, meatball sub, fine.
Yeah.
I'll get that
Not had a
toasted.
meatball sub in a long time.
You know where I used to go for that?
And I miss it.
Quiznos? Did Quiznos do a
Quiznos
meatball?
was okay.
I don't know. I've never been a Quiznos.
You know what I used to get there? They're chopped salads. Those
That's
are
not
actually
what they,
really
That's not what they
good.
do.
They had chopped Caesar salad.
And that's why Quiznos failed because you kept getting salads.
They had a
and ignored
chopped
their
Caesar
sandwiches.
salad.
No, they failed because everyone else bought a toaster and realized, oh, well, Quiznos isn't so special.
That's also true. Yeah,
That's
no.
all they had going for
That's
them.
why you should just go to Submarina where they just microwave your stuff
I haven't ate at a Submarina in a very
because it's
long
gone. They were
There's
microwaving
one
those sandwiches.
in La Mesa.
There's one in Santee.
There's one in La Mesa and Santee.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
one right
shit,
next
son.
to the T-Mobile
And
store.
there's
Oh shit,
secretly
that's right.
That's the one we kept saying. We needed to
there's
try
a secret
it.
one in Lakeside.
Oh, You
That
go down this alleyway.
somebody else bought it, so now it's called Mary's, but everything else inside is still exactly the same.
Oh.
So when I go in there, I still know I'm in a
Submarina?
they have the best barbecue sandwiches.
I really enjoy a meatball sandwich.
Yeah.
But most places here don't
Do it a good
do
way.
a decent one because they just get basic ass fucking meatballs.
That's
I
why you
just
go to
remembered.
an Italian joint.
There is
Then yeah, that's like a go-to
Yeah.
that I'll get it at places I'm trying out.
there's a sandwich place he told us about before in El Cajon that we never got to try
Yeah, because
out.
they close at 3.
There's what now?
The sandwich place that you were talking about in El Cajon.
Funky Fries?
No. There was like,
I just realized Funky Fries existed again.
oh, you forgot?
I forgot they existed. Oh my god, I gotta go
Leland
kill
took
myself.
you there,
now.
or you went by yourself.
I
one
went by
time.
myself because you fucks already gone and weren't like, and went again since I'd brought it up.
It's
and
been a
didn't fucking
long
bring me.
time.
It's like
been,
one exit away from me.
it doesn't matter, man.
The next time we
Holler at your
go,
boy.
Granted,
We'll
it's
let
been a
you-
while since I've been.
You want to
Yeah.
split some fucking pizza fries?
I sure do.
Yeah,
And a
I'm
milkshake.
here. I'm for
Okay. Okay. We'll plan this out.
it. Okay.
LORC goes to Funky Fries.
Yeah.
We can vlog it.
There you go. We could try
This is
things.
our excuse for doing bad things for
Yep.
ourselves. Oh, if we make it a bit, though,
Exactly.
someone
We
could
can
lose a
have-
finger.
We can
Nah.
have a mukbang.
A mukbang.
A mukbang.
If you guys brought habaneros, if you put it on a video, I'll eat it. I'll do it.
Oh shit! So my brother-in-law, he helps run the Uncensored SoCal website for
Okay.
Southern California indie wrestling.
Yeah.
I say the whole thing because go check them out. They've got some YouTube videos. Have you heard of the Hot Nut Challenge?
Nope.
It is 5 steps of progressively hotter nuts, which seems to start pretty hot
yeah.
already.
Oh my god, no. Go ahead.
And I've only seen 2 of the videos. I think 1 or 2 may come up still. But it's just wrestlers who felt brave enough to try.
Yeah, because you're so what is it? Their masculinity is so. Like,
Well,
I
I saw 2 women go for it, so it's not just a dude thing. One girl got to 3 and tapped out. Another girl went straight to 5 and regretted it hardcore. The video is for her. Like she was the intended person to film, and she just goes straight to 5.
Yeah.
And very quickly she's like, "This is insane. This is too much." And the video keeps going because another wrestler who was in that group, it's like, well, let me try. So he tries them, and in the background of the same video, you see her throwing up into a trash can. It is intense. My brother-in-law was telling me she couldn't leave after the show because she was still occasionally throwing up. It was not safe to be in a moving vehicle. That's how intense this shit was.
Oh my god.
I've never experienced eating something so hot that I threw up.
Yeah, same here.
And I don't think I ever want to.
I don't know
because I don't know how I would handle that. Just imagine.
We found a bit you won't do.
Well, we'll see.
Just imagine it going out the wrong way, and now you have just burning nostrils.
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
You throw it back up, and the tilt of your head wasn't right, so
Yeah,
now
and
it
then
went
you
through your
sniff
nose
in,
too.
and then now it's just
God.
there, and then it's that.
That's
would
something
be
I always try and be
horrible.
conscious of if I
Yeah.
ever get whenever I'm sick and I'm throwing up. I'm make sure we have an open cannon, and nothing's gonna back up into my nasal because that is the fucking worst.
That's the worst fucking feeling in the world.
Yeah.
That
Especially if you just
straight
had a
up
bowl
sucks.
of Fruity Pebbles. I won't go any farther than that.
Oh god.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the worst. I can't.
Real gross.
And just don't touch your eyes ever.
Oh, that too.
Yeah, you have to actually handle the nuts with gloves. That's how.
Okay, that's
Do
good.
That's how
they have
hardcore
a,
this shit
That's
is.
really good.
Do they have something to do they have a drink or something after, or something?
Beer
they
and
can
water
use
is all I saw.
Beer does nothing for heat, at least to me.
You know what's-
Water just makes it worse.
you know-
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
You need something sweet, like a horchata
Milk.
or milk.
You need milk or citrus.
Oh yeah,
I learned from Gordon
we learned
Ramsay
that from Gordon
citrus
Ramsay.
You
neutralizes
can't
heat.
mix those two things.
He had
No,
a
you cannot.
bottle of lime juice
And lemon
juice,
and lime
and he was
juice.
just like this.
He just kept squirting it in his mouth.
I was like, holy shit!
Take that, dick. Okay. Hey, I got 2 things.
Yes.
Okay,
One thing is
it's not like the other.
They're not
One of these kids is not like the other. One of these kids is dead.
dead.
That's
So
a song?
I got an email on the LORC podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Someone who has never emailed us before.
Oh, snap.
Wow!
Hell yeah.
That-
A very big company emailed us.
Oh, God. I
Yeah.
don't like where this is going now.
Yeah. YouTube emailed us.
Oh, shit.
And said, hey, we heard that Tone Loc song. Your shit is blocked.
Oh shit! Oh no! Wait, YouTube did?
Yeah, YouTube did. I found while
Our
going through
podcast went up.
while going through Libsyn again a couple
Yeah.
weeks back,
Yeah.
I realized they added some new places you could distribute, and YouTube is one of them. So I just added it on there. I haven't actually gone to look to see how it posts,
Yeah.
but now I know 100% it's posting because they sent us a email saying that the Fruit-O-Lypics episode is blocked because of copyright, specifically because of Wild Thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
They really had to
they're not going to copyright claim Straight Jacket.
They're like, well done on that original composition of Straight
Is that
Jackin'.
okay? When people try to get away with like posting
You can't.
videos, do they like up the tempo, lower the tempo?
They do some
or
stuff like that.
Alter it in the slightest way,
just to try and like hopefully like YouTube, the robots don't figure it
catch
out.
it.
Yeah, some people will do that. Like they'll just chop up the song and just kind of cut parts out.
Dude, I'm curious if
I
any
got
of
into
my
a weird-
shit has gotten blocked yet.
I got into a weird like hour and a half hole in the middle of editing the podcast of just watching reaction videos to famous songs.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to find.
No, that was it. That was I just I don't
so
fall down
weird.
rabbit holes very often.
yeah, nope. It's straight up on YouTube.
Like it or us. Oh yeah, look at that. All right. So it's another place you can find us to listen. We are on YouTube regularly
Wow.
as of like maybe 4 or 5 episodes. ago.
How many
tops.
episodes are there? Not a lot.
Yeah, there was only a handful that we put up originally.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then it was too much work, so we just didn't do it anymore.
I totally forgot that we did a Infinity War spoiler cast also, which is also on YouTube.
That was probably right around when
it first
I set
started
it up
going
to
there.
automatically post there.
Okay.
So I guess if you have YouTube Red, I can't imagine any other reason why. Well, I guess if you're sitting at a computer, you could do it that way.
Yes.
How's our hits over there? 0?
No views, 2 views, 1 view, no views,
2 views? That's you and somebody else. That's a stranger.
13 views.
Wait,
Wow.
what?
That's for the Infinity War one, which came out a year ago.
Oh, that's not recent.
And
That's
then-
not our spoil. That's not our podcast one.
Oh, then it was.
Hey,
the
though,
other.
13 guys.
That's a big number.
Yeah, big timing.
Good job. Thanks, guys.
There's only like
We thank you.
6 videos.
Yeah, I know.
It's okay.
Yeah.
Another thing that I've got is we're dumb when it comes to this Fruit-O-Lypics.
Yeah.
There are 2 things that we just completely did not think of. Oh, you ready?
I got to
write-
put
write
it for
down?
the list.
So, I've gotten
Someone takes a handful of blueberries and throws it into someone's mouth.
I've gotten
The blueberry
2
boy.
Whoever can catch the
Blueberry
most.
kid. Sorry, can't only be a boy. We're
Oh.
gender.
Kids non-gender.
A blueberry cannon. We just get an air gun and fill it with blueberries and just shoot it at someone's
in
face.
someone's face. You know how hard that would be. Even though
Anyway.
it's fake, on 1,000 Ways to Die, someone died from a cigarette being stuffed into a gun or something.
So, 2 separate people
Okay.
have messaged me.
Yeah.
One, Caitlin, who says she's down.
Okay.
And she said, why didn't you say pie eating contest?
Oh.
As to which I'm like, fuck.
Do we choose
why
the pie?
I suppose we could.
Okay, but not all pies involve fruit.
Yeah,
I
like
mean-
a cheese pie.
Meat pie.
Oh, a meat pie.
I mean, we would
Chocolate mousse pie.
we would choose a pie of generally equal consistency, so no
Cream
one really
pie.
has
What-
an edge. There's a cream pie.
If Leland joins, we have a special request from Polly's Pies pie to eat.
No, I can't eat that fast. I gotta savor that.
Fine. That's the winner pie.
That's the winner pie.
Winter pie.
That's the winner pie.
Yeah,
Is anyone going to eat more pie after eating
wait, you know what was
pie
it?
in a pie eating contest?
I don't know.
maybe that was Ramon who actually said. Ramon's the other one.
Pie eating, right? Pie eating.
Yeah, it's a pie
Yeah,
eating
so we
contest.
can add pie eating contest. And actually, Ramon may have given me that idea. The other idea was clever and added to the apple rip, as to which I realized, oh, well, yeah, we done fucked that up. Oh, no. Oh, shit, no, Caitlin gave me both these ideas. The other one is for the apple rip, to add an extra level of difficulty, we'll make it a timed event.
Okay.
And you have
Timed
to
apple rip.
bob for the apple first.
Oh.
Bob for the apple.
Do we have our
then
own
rip.
separate buckets, or are we all bobbing in the same?
Do we
bucket?
have to have separate buckets?
I feel like that's.
I mean,
more
we don't do
fair.
it at the same time if it's the same bucket. We're not all going to crash our heads together. It's just-
Dunk.
Is
Best idea ever.
is this like a germ issue? You don't want to dunk your head in the same
it's just
bucket
that
as someone
people
else?
have germ issues. I'm fine with it.
I think you're the germiest one of us all, so
Hey.
Yeah, just filled with germs.
just
Hold on.
top to bottom
The
germs.
timed
You're like
and
oogie
bob.
boogie.
So the apple rip is you have to bob for
Okay.
it first.
Bobbing for apple
Timed
rips.
and
Bobbing for apple
apples.
rips.
There you go.
It sounds like a weed thing.
Yeah, it does.
Bobbing.
But that way it'll just be the fastest person to bob and rip their apple.
Yeah, okay.
Bobbing for apple rip.
But can
Time.
we rip apples? It's the
That's the
question.
part that fucks us up. You can bob for apples. Can you rip it?
See?
Got a train
Now,
for this now.
I think we all can rip apples, but
We don't know
bobbing
this
is
yet.
not easy.
You have to get the right combination of speed and bite.
And you got to sharpen your teeth so you can catch the apple just right.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You got to unhinge your jaw to get an appropriate amount of pressure onto the apple to pick it up.
Bonus
like
points
like
if you
crane.
swallow the apple whole.
Are we doing anything with oranges?
We have yet to come up with an idea for oranges.
The only thing I
orange
think of is like
squeeze.
who can like peel it the fastest. Because some people peel oranges, but then that's
true.
also
But
I
that
don't
sounds like a long, boring event.
yeah. Maybe you have to
And,
do something
like-
after.
Like these events should go quickly.
Yeah.
Like this whole game should be over in like an hour and a half.
How about the orange
2
squeeze?
hours later.
Huh? Orange squeeze? Whoever can crush an apple, an orange the
Who could get an orange,
Who can
squeeze it with their hands, and
who can
fill
fill
it
a
to the
cup
line?
the most?
a shot glass.
I mean, that's a pretty small target.
Yeah. That's what makes it hard.
You have to squeeze. Okay, you really got to squeeze
Yeah.
with your bare hands.
Bare hands, yes.
Yeah, barehanded
into
orange
a shot
squeeze.
glass with a line.
You have to find a bear, cut off its hands, and use that to squeeze the oranges.
We have to get like close to the same size of oranges because we don't want anyone to have the
Exactly.
bigger
Yeah.
orange.
But we could just do cups and just measure who has the most juice.
That's also
I think
true.
I think a shot glass adds an unnecessary amount of difficulty to it.
Yeah, because you have to pour it into the into the fucking
Like
shot glass.
unless you think all of us are of like complete equal strength that we're all just going to squeeze the same amount of juice that we
Yeah.
have to add another level.
There's going to be some crazy competition.
I think
I'm so excited.
we are all close enough in strength that we can squeeze oranges,
Yeah.
and I think there will be a matter of technique to it to
Yeah.
counterbalance those who might be just physically upper body weaker.
So then we just need to get clear cups. So
Oh
it's
yeah,
easier
that's
to measure.
easy to. We could just use
get a
like one
couple
of those
highball
like
glasses.
the clear, the what is it? They have like the clear plastic cups at like Dollar Tree. You know, they look like the little.
Done and
It's
done.
perfect, and it's a big enough opening that you don't have to worry.
And then we just pour a little vodka in it, and it's a good day.
And at the end of the day, Fruit Ninja.
Oh yeah, that is still 100% the final.
Yeah.
The final.
That's how we
event.
get rid of the
now,
last of the fruit.
when I was putting the getting pictures for the social media for Instagram,
Yeah.
and I try and like find a photo for each of the kind of major subjects.
Yeah.
So I Googled Fruit Ninja real life
Yeah.
and saw several
Videos?
many. I went right to images,
Okay.
but a lot of missing digits, a
God.
lot of blood.
Oh boy.
A lot of people injured in this exact
Google search it. I wanna see
attempt to real life Fruit Ninja. Now, I'm not sure
how we're gonna
how
do
this would happen. Like my assumption is
They used-
somebody was too dumb and too close when they threw the fruit. Now I'm saying we get someone like a good 5 feet away from the tip of the sword. At
We
least.
have one person. We're behind a backstop. There's one person throwing the fruit and one person where you.
And I
would
think
be with the thing.
everybody who handles the sword needs to be wearing like
Oh yeah,
leather
some kind of
gloves.
some
so,
kind of
so
protection.
the sword doesn't slip out because that's also a very real concern of mine.
What? What
workout
did you
gloves
search
are.
to find people being injured doing Fruit Ninja?
I googled Fruit Ninja real life in the Google images.
Okay, Fruit Ninja real life. Here we go. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it's
Okay.
there.
I want to see.
And I'm just like reading just like the small section of the first couple words, like
I cut my finger off.
Off.
Real life.
real life Fruit Ninja. But that's
Yeah,
like that's
we'll
the only
be-
way I can think of. Like you were so dumb that you were that close to the sword. Like if we are at all responsible, there is a clear
Yeah.
stretch of open land around anybody with a sword.
I'm also afraid of someone letting go of the sword. When they're
That is a
swinging.
real fear. Yeah, that is a legit
we'll
fear
have,
I have.
We'll have our gloves.
We should make a tether.
That too.
But yeah, that's why I'm like, you got to have some leather gloves, like some grip gloves.
Yeah.
I'll
We
go
could
to
have,
fucking
like,
Home Depot and buy
we could
some
have
if
a
I
little
have to.
handle and then the gloves and some kind
Get
of
some workout
protective
gloves with-
gear.
Well, yeah, I mean, we should probably be wearing some kind of glasses just so fruit juice doesn't get into our eyes.
Yeah.
That's just
Yeah.
out of irritation. I mean, if a sword's coming for us, ain't no fucking plastic safety goggles going to help you.
That's also true. I was just thinking of like
Thank
football.
God I had these plastic glasses.
I got my nose busted open when a bed fell onto my face with safety goggles on.
Ow.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Right before WonderCon, too. I was real
Oh,
nervous that
no.
I was going to interview people with a fucking, like, gash over my nose.
Oh, you could just say it's a cosplay.
Oh, my
Some-
God.
Some really good cosplay
I
there.
don't know. You
Thank
could
you,
be
Mike.
John Wick.
Cosplaying is like Mick from Sin City.
Oh, there
I just
you
put
go.
Band-Aids all over.
You work
One of
with what
these
you
is real.
have.
Nah,
Someone goes to your nose. That looks really ow.
What did you use
sorry
for the
Marv
blood?
Wolfman.
God. You
Yeah.
know, okay.
So those are a couple interesting
Okay.
things that I thought would be fun to bring
Yeah.
up.
No, that's perfect. We have that down.
But we
real
all did a
excited for
thing
that.
Yes, we
together.
We
The thing-
sure did.
We finally made good on a thing we said we would do.
yes.
And if you follow Steph, at the very
Yes.
least, on the social medias, you saw that we finally did the sense deprivation float.
did.
Yes.
We did it on Saturday. Today is Tuesday, so we've all had time to sit with it.
Yes.
We all talked about it because we did it at the same exact time.
Yeah.
In
So we all
different, slightly. I mean, it's overall same experience, but
same experience
different.
for, like, different
rooms.
pods, or in my case,
Yeah.
a room.
Yeah.
So Steph seemed to have tripped balls.
Yeah, apparently.
Yes.
And Jordan and I got bored. I think
Yes.
is the brief summary.
Yeah.
So Jordan and I, we essentially just sat there, thought about things,
Yeah.
experienced, semi-weightlessness
Yeah.
in 8 inches of salty ass water.
Yeah.
You got salty water in your eyes
And
which was
nose.
and nose was real dumb.
Yeah. Burned a lot.
I had an itch and just toughed through it until it went away like a man.
I did that for the first 30 minutes. Like, nah, I can't. This is getting really annoying now.
Dumb. I laid there and I thought it's kind of just like forced meditation.
Yes.
You kind of have
yeah.
no
because you
choice.
have nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I'll take this time and I'm going to focus on some things that I want to just kind of mentally rid myself of. I want to just visualize in this dark ass room, just letting go of these issues. They're still here, but I tried. And then I got bored and I started thinking about D&D because I'm going to be writing something soon. So I'm thinking about everything that I read and just trying to mentally plot that out. But I have a bad memory, so
Yeah.
all those thoughts are gone. I thought about what I thought about what I was going to do with the rest of my weekend because it was Saturday. We had a 3-day weekend. Try to figure out if there was a way I could get laid this weekend. I did not. And other than that, I kind of just random thoughts. There was things that I didn't talk about in the car because I wanted to talk about them here.
No, that's
Yeah,
fair. That's fine.
There was a light that kept randomly going on, and I think it was it's on a timer. And I think it was maybe every 20 minutes because I think it only went on maybe 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
But the first time, I'm just laying there in pitch dark, and then suddenly a light from outside the room comes on, and I'm just kind of like trying to crane my neck over a little, like, hey, occupied.
Hey, don't come in here, man.
Hey, man, my dick's out.
Yo. But it wasn't like the door opening kind of light. It's
Yeah.
just a light that came on
Yeah.
suddenly. So I'm assuming it was probably like the exit light or something like
Yeah.
that. And then once it came on a couple times after that with like large duration between, I'm like, all right, this is just a thing. But similar to what Steph mentioned in the car, like I had the thought, am I being watched? Is is there a camera here somewhere? Because I was in the room. I was in like a grotto ass room.
Yeah.
And so like I guess there's places you could have put a camera.
Yeah, definitely.
But I didn't see any tiny red dot or reflection or any shit like that. And I'm just thinking, even if I'm being filmed, what weirdo is like getting hot over or even selling videos of a dude just laying still for an hour?
Who knows? Some people might. Oh my God! Look. So I did not want to finish that sentence.
Look at the salty dick on that one.
Oh look! Oh man! Look at this guy's soft dick. Look at that.
Jesus Christ.
Yo, Emma, want the soft dick porn?
Yo, look at this kid. He's just floating there with his dick just half submerged.
$15 soft dick porn.
Jesus Christ.
Do you have that conscious thought of like, my dick's only like half submerged. It's just kind of floating.
Well, mostly because...
oh, you were wearing pants. You were wearing...
Yeah.
All right, never mind then.
Which I enjoyed because my butt kept on just scraping the bottom of the thing. I was like...
Was it not like smooth or something?
No, it's fine. It's just that I have a really big butt.
You still touch the thing with your butt?
Yes, I have a big butt.
Damn.
So I was able
to not have that problem.
I was able to feel the bottom. I was like, it's a good thing I don't have it's a good thing I have these shorts on. Otherwise, my butt would just be scraping against this. I don't know how long this has been here.
I straight floated.
Yeah, I was floating.
Yeah, nothing
it's just,
grazed
I have
at all.
a big butt.
Yeah.
And I can't tell lies.
I was really far away from the ground. I know that much.
I mean, I don't think I was very far, but I was high enough that I never felt the bottom unless I like sat up.
Yeah, I was pretty I was floating pretty high.
Steph just did some kind of like some object work to like figure out their space.
And it was a good amount.
Like there's like 8, maybe 10 inches of water.
Yeah.
It says
Tops.
11, but the thing is different body weights, obviously you're not gonna.
Sure, yeah. I mean, the same's not going to work for everybody.
Yeah.
I was impressed I was able to float because generally I don't float very well.
I already float. I floated even more.
Apparently Steph didn't know that black people can't float that well.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I knew, but I just choose not to believe that every black person can't float. I take it by a black person by black person.
I feel like there's
situation.
some black guy out there who could float.
There's probably like Floaty McJohnson, whatever.
Oh yeah, old floaty.
Yeah,
old floaty.
Yeah, you just like see him down on the creek, just floating on by.
Yeah. Let me think.
Hey Niall, my brother, if you're listening to this, tell me if you float.
Can you float?
Can you float?
What are our answers? I say yes.
I'm gonna say no.
Okay. I don't know. I just feel like
I assume yes.
Yeah.
Every time
I don't understand why you can't.
Every time I try to float, I'm laying on my back, or whatever, and I just start sinking slowly. And then water gets to my nose, and I stop trying to float.
Oh.
Like you can't just in a normal like lake or pool. You just can't sit still. Like you do have to have like a little bit of motion just to kind of keep you moving a little bit. Like otherwise, like your feet sink and then it starts pulling the rest of you down. Like whenever I like float in a pool, I just kind of like just move my arms a little bit, just like slow, just kind of winging it.
Look, I'm very bottom heavy, so I just no matter what.
We know you got a big butt. Quit bragging.
I'm really top heavy, but I can still float.
But she floated just fine.
Yeah,
her face would be the first thing to go under.
Yeah, all this did not get wet.
Meaning her face.
Her face.
Yeah,
yes,
my face did not get wet.
Her face.
My boobs are covered for the most part. Yeah.
She's looking at herself now, trying to figure out. Like, are you mean covered in water? Because you and I are the only ones who did it naked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I did it naked because the best experience was supposed to be naked.
That's what they said.
I had a good experience wearing shorts.
But what if you were naked?
But we were bored.
Also that.
More or less. It was just like finding a way to amuse yourself for what is an hour of time, but you lose complete loss of track of time. Like, and because it is so fucking dark, you kind of can't tell if your eyes are open or closed unless you distinctly like think to feel if your eyes are open or closed.
True. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Because I kept going like this, and then I kept like looking, And then as I was looking, I was like, I don't even have to close my eyes anymore.
Yeah.
I could just keep them open because
Like,
I can't see shit.
I didn't know if I dozed off or just zoned out.
Yeah.
I just remember breathing really heavy at one point.
We've got earplugs in to help keep the salt water out. And our ears are also kind of submerged.
Yeah, a little bit.
So, you end up, you hear your heartbeat, you hear your breathing.
You hear your bones crack.
Yeah, you hear your creaky-ass bones.
I was moving
I was
around.
cracking my toes, and I was like, oh,
Some rusty-ass hinges. Just.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to add to your experience before we get to Steph's?
I mean, like for me, because I more or less I meditate every day at work because I have an hour lunch. I'm
I do it too, but it's just napping.
Yeah, I lay down, I meditate, and I just fall asleep. It's
if
great.
I lay down, they can tell I'm napping.
What's your meditation like?
What do you mean?
What do you do when you meditate?
I close my eyes, I put on some calming music, and I just let the thoughts flow through. Like, even if it's stuff I don't want to think about, I just let it come, and then they all goes away.
Good for you.
It's just that's meditation. Like
Meditation helps. Yeah.
So like that's for me. That's like the main reason why I kind of just like got bored because I do that shit like almost every day. So it's like I have no realizations to make. I'm
he's already on it.
I'm already aware of all this stuff. Like it's like the stuff I'm wrestling with. I already know it. I can already address it. It's just I just let it go. So
that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Like I was just in the thing for an hour, feeling.
I feel so sad. You guys didn't get anything from it.
Okay, Steph. You had a fucking time.
I tripped out.
It was like that one scene in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory where they go
down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing that tripped me out was so the difference between my room was I had a pod. It basically looked like a fucking an egg.
Yeah.
Water coffin, as I called them.
Yeah. So there's a timer in the room, like the room itself. So after, it's motion censored, so after a while, the room will just go pitch dark, pitch black. So how we were told was the music's going to start playing, and then we'll have some time to, shower, get situated in there, and eventually the lights will go off, or the music and the lights will go off, and then you're just there in silence. So you hear the calm music, and then I start to sit down, and the water is warm. And I was like, okay, this is fine. And then as soon as my hands touch the water, I have eczema. So it stung. And I was like, oh shit, let me go back out and then put the Vaseline they give us and then put that on my hands. But at that point, I was just like, it's just light little cuts anyway, so I was like, fuck it, it's fine. I'll just deal with it. I mean, I felt it, but it wasn't ruining the experience per se. So I'm laying there, and I can see the outline of the little roof of the little egg that I'm in.
Because you had a sunroof, basically.
Yeah. There's a sunroof, and then there's the outline of the closing, the door.
Yes, yeah.
So I'm laying there, and I just see the outline of what is that sunroof that they just put a towel over. And then I'm listening to the music. I'm trying to find a position that I find comfortable. Because, you're floating, but I felt like, okay, I'm on a bed. So I was trying to find positions I liked, which was Jesus arms,
you moved
up
around
and down
so much.
arms.
Jesus arms.
Yeah.
Jordan, you move? Change positions?
No.
Neither did I.
I did.
Because I'm just floating.
I mean, I don't know. I took it like how I would have swim.
Okay, one thing is I felt, because I have a really sore body, I felt none of that soreness as I was floating. That's it. So
Which is
I
good.
didn't move.
Yeah. So I laid back, and then it went silent. And I was like, okay, this is what's happening. And then I close my eyes, and I just feel like I'm spinning. My whole body's turning, but I know that can't work because the fucking egg thing is as big as my arm span.
Yeah.
So it's I know my legs aren't going this way.
Yeah.
But just how it felt was just if my eyes are open and I knew my hand was straight in front of me, I knew I was staying in the right place.
Yeah.
If my eyes were closed, I literally felt like I was going like this.
Maybe,
Like I was rotating.
Maybe it's just your brain feeling the rotation of the Earth and just slowly moving with
And
it.
then when I tried to stay still and tried to adjust the slightest, so like let's say I'm on my back and I'm laying there and I just moved my right arm. Now there's there's like a slight flow in the water.
Yeah.
So my left foot started to hit the left wall, and I was like, "Oh God, I'm moving, I'm shifting. I gotta stay still." And then, then I just started breathing really hard, and then it got really hot.
Yeah, no, it
That
was
was
hot
the one-
in my pod
That was the
also.
one.
It never got hot for me, but I think that's because I was in a much larger room,
Yeah.
and so my body heat wasn't really going to do
Yeah.
much for it.
I think also because like my water was warm. Like I'm sure all of our waters was somewhat
yeah.
warm.
Yeah.
right?
They don't want you to go in cold water.
Yeah.
right?
So
It's like 70 to 80 degrees.
Yeah.
It's like
75 to 80.
tepid water.
and then it just felt like there was no. It was just like how you would be sitting in a car, you know. Like, let's say you just been driving around with the heater on, and then you pulled over somewhere, and you're just in that leftover heat, and you guys are talking, and then it just gets hot, and I was just like, "Oh man, it's hot," and then I was just like trying to breathe in, which like sometimes I can do that sleeping thing where you count down
Yeah.
the breaths and it's supposed to make you sleep. I thought maybe I would fall asleep. I did not fall asleep. I thought I caught myself maybe snoring, but I think I was just breathing. But you could really hear your heartbeat, and mine was going like...
Yes, as a heart does.
Yeah, but I've heard it slow. This one was just like just going, and I was like,
sounds like you're
I'm not
kind of
doing
freaking
shit.
out.
Yeah, and then it got dark, and then I just started thinking about all the terrible dark things in the dark, and there was nothing to like
monsters,
refresh my mind that like
eels,
see something,
Leeches.
see
A cure
something
for
happy.
wellness.
Oh, that was another thing too.
Dane
Totally
DeHaan.
felt. One, I heard knocking. Thought someone was there. I was at a very vulnerable state because I was naked. I chose to be naked, but I also didn't lock the door. So every once in a while, I kept thinking someone could come in. And then I even thought of what if an earthquake would happen? 100% should feel that, right? Because
Yes.
We would-
Everything would
we would
swing-
feel it.
Yeah.
swing around.
Yeah. At one point, I also started hearing water drops, which we talked about. Maybe there was a leak because I was like, thunk, thunk.
Like what it could have been also, depending on kind of where you hear it, because it was so warm in yours, it could have just been like condensation on the top and just dripping and, and
dripping
hitting
down.
the water.
But then, like, I even looked at like the room. I looked around my room before I went in, and it's basically that pod, and then behind it is all the like water pipes and stuff, like all the water pipes to the wall connecting the little egg thing. And then they just used a little curtain to cover it. I was curious. I was looking at everything because I was like, I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna look at what I have to be in.
Yeah.
But yeah, luckily none of it got on my face, none of it got on my mouth, so I didn't have to taste that at all.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Salty.
Yeah, no, I didn't have to feel that. When I did feel the floor though, it felt slimy.
Yeah, no, the water felt slimy
Yeah.
on your body.
Really?
In general. Like
If you touched your body,
it felt
Oh, you know what?
slimy.
Yeah, I did feel slimy
It-
in the shower for a little while.
yeah, it kind of felt like, oh,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just a film.
yeah, that's right. And then when the music stopped, that's the only part that confused me because I thought the lights would go on. So I'm hearing this music like getting louder
Yeah.
and louder as I continue to lay there.
Wait, so you stayed for all of the music?
No.
Not all of it.
Yeah, when it first started, I waited maybe like what I thought was a
She
minute.
thought like the door was going to open
I
or
thought,
lights
yeah,
would turn on.
I thought the light would turn on and I would know to get out.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, you know what? I think it's fine. And as
But-
soon as I opened the hatch, the light turned
Yeah, the
on
lights
because it's
in the rooms
censored.
are- yeah,
Yeah.
same
So
thing.
as soon as it's motion censored, I was just like, okay, I don't hear anyone in the shower yet. So I started to go. And then after I was like, okay, no, you were using the shower next because I could
Yeah.
hear the water, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
this is right. I'm on good time right now.
My head kept, like, my whole body kept floating into an angle. So think of a rectangle, and I'm going corner to corner.
Yeah.
But my head kept floating to the fucking speaker. So for the first,
It was
like
loud.
10 minutes, my head kept like floating. It was getting loud, and then I go through what I assume is actually, I guess, 40 minutes of actual silence and darkness.
Yeah.
Because you figure 10 minutes at the beginning with sound and 10 at the end. So as soon as it came back on, I was again in that corner to corner
That
position.
quadrant.
Yeah. So it just boom right in my ear. Like when the whole time I kept feeling myself getting close, and I'd feel like the edge of my foot just gently grazed the
Oh, the
pool
side?
wall.
Yeah.
So I'd give myself just a little nudge, and I knew I was floating away. But I would just keep coming back to the same. So I don't know what about my body chemistry like wants to go in a clockwise rotation.
Yeah.
But yeah. So when the music came on, again, because like just full consciousness, never tripped out,
Yeah.
never saw God or anything. Like it came on, I'm like, I'm good. I guess I'll take my time and not jump out of this pool, but I'm done. I'm not going to milk this.
Yeah.
I don't need to like come out of downward dog and namaste myself into wholeness.
Yeah.
I feel like if we did like a thumbs up, thumbs down, I'm like the only one with the thumbs up.
I'll be thumb sideways because
I'm a thumb sideways.
Okay.
yeah.
That's not
Like, it wasn't a
horrible.
bad experience.
Okay.
No.
It's just not one that I really needed.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I would, as far as like things you can do for like physical wellness,
Oh, yeah.
I would 100% just get a massage over this.
Mm.
I'm afraid of massages.
Really?
Yep.
Why?
Well, this one time I got a facial,
That's also true.
and
also
now
true.
I'm just scarred for life.
I remember this story. I mean,
I'm willing, if someone pays for it, I'll go get a facial just to see if it ends up to be a similar experience.
Man.
I'm not going to the same place you went to.
Yeah, don't please.
I'll go to a different place.
I wonder what they do with me. I'm curious.
And I'll probably like just rub rose petals on your face. She weirdly just
fuck.
gently slapped herself.
I didn't ask for this.
Yeah, so
I would do that.
At Graphite Night on Venmo.
If you find a Groupon deal, I'd be happy if you gift it to me. I'd be happy if you gift stuff
At
for us
Jordan's
to
a bear
try.
and Venmo.
That'd be so cool.
He's not going to get a facial though. He just wants a big lunch.
if you'd like to fund our endeavors,
Yeah,
I'll
you
get
want
a
to see us
facial
do,
for the bit. I mean,
you want to see us do something cool?
We're going to buy so
Fund
much
us.
fucking fruit.
Oh, that's true. That is also very true.
I was in the grocery store yesterday, and I'm like, I'm gonna start looking at the price of fruit. Like, damn, these melons ain't cheap. And I'm thinking like we're gonna need like 6, 7, 8 melons.
Okay. Are we talking about like individual melons or like?
Yeah, individual melons.
Okay, yeah, that's okay.
Because I mean, even the shot put, those melons I don't think are gonna last once they hit the ground.
yeah, probably.
So
not.
Yeah.
we're gonna buy a lot of fucking fruit.
Oh, that's true. We got to find out
We
how
may
many.
need a buy-in.
we need to find out who's gonna participate.
Yeah,
Yes,
100%.
of course.
And
Yes,
then figure all that out and then buy accordingly.
Right now, it's the three of us, and Caitlin said she's definitely down. Ramon says he got a little chicken when we mentioned the banana deep throat.
Oh yeah.
And I'm talking to Nap right now about a separate project. I can't remember if I've checked to see if she's in or not, but she'd probably be down too.
Okay.
Yep. So have we even mentioned like the colors in the void that you saw?
Oh, I kept seeing a purple light. I don't know what that shit was. It was like
Steph.
galaxy
Is
starburst.
your hallucination?
And I was like, the fuck.
there was no light.
Just see, picture the blue light.
Oh yeah, the blue
Just
light.
see the blue light.
See the blue light. That was we've mentioned this on the podcast one time.
It was a documentary called Kumare. It's about this dude who pretends to be a yogi. And then, he develops a following and everything. He's just making the shit up as he goes, and people like
Yeah.
start
I
following him
100%
and-
believe that.
Yeah.
I 100% believe that.
The outcome of it was actually interesting. Of course, there were some people who were pissed
Yeah.
because that
They feel taken advantage of.
truly,
Yeah.
they truly believed him. But there was people he really fucking helped.
Yeah.
Because sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah,
Like-
there was good and bad experiences. Some people were really upset, and some people were like, even though it was misleading, you did get me to a place of like pure bliss.
Yeah.
So that was a really good documentary.
It's a cool documentary, yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. But the void part was just, when it got dark. And I was just like, there's a lot of bad thoughts in my head.
You just heard the whispers of N'Zoth.
It was no. What does that whisper sound like?
Nothing, go on.
Steph.
Kill Jordan.
Oh, shit. Kill them all. Stop. Don't talk to me.
Wear their meat suits.
Don't talk to me.
Tear all your skin off. Ugh. I don't know. They're fucked up.
What did I just know, I forgot what visual. Oh, no, I had the visuals of the ring.
Subscribe
That's
to
what I was
LoRC.
saying. It was like really random, like little disturbing clips, and I was like, "Why is
you
this
mentioned
happening? Why now?
Just a
I can't
horror
do
clip
shit."
show.
You saw a horse, a little girl crawling out of a well.
Yeah, it was just, I don't know.
Then you got confused with The Grudge, which I think we all do.
Yeah,
You saw a chair that was spinning around by itself.
no, I did not see that. Just kept saying like a purple galaxy burst.
Like you just saw the Nine Inch Nails music video for
Oh shit!
Closer.
Yeah, I don't know. Would I do it again
Yeah.
to see if I got a different experience? Yes, I think I'd do it again just to see.
All right. So you said that you've already gotten an email about getting a discounted float for your
my
birthday. What level of interest do you have in taking them up on that offer?
I think I'm like 70%.
Oh, so you think you might
okay.
do it?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I might do it again.
Because I'm definitely curious. Because I think this is something that, like getting regular massages and things like
Yeah.
your first time isn't really like you don't get high your first time.
Yeah,
I think it's something that
actually that's not true. I got high as fuck my first time. I still remember.
that's 'cause
I
you're
ate
a
hot
pothead.
pockets. It was delicious.
that's because you're a pothead, Steph.
Excuse me,
A pot
that's
lady.
not true.
She says, high as fuck.
She's super squinty eyed. But it'd be something you'd probably see more results over time, like as far as like health benefits. Like
Yeah, I
Like-
mean,
generic European dude in there was like, I'm glad he wasn't trying to upsell us.
Yeah.
oh
But he's like,
yeah.
oh, this is our infrared sauna room. It's
Dude.
good. It penetrates deep into your bones.
You heard him when he said after the gym or a run,
Yeah.
you go through this thing, then you
Yeah.
do this thing, then you do the float. And I was like, holy shit, you do this all in one go?
Yeah,
Like,
Apparently some
fuck?
people do.
he could do it just for free.
luckily, we have the infrared sauna at Choose.
Do we?
Not this Choose.
Oh.
It's selective on chooses, but the
Yes,
so they-
choose the right choose.
Yeah, they choose
Yeah.
not the one near me.
the Rancho Bernardo one has it, and I wanted to try
Up
it.
there.
I got the hydro massage done today, and that was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, hydro massage
I had a
is
better
always great.
experience today.
I have not done that yet, but I've been thinking about it.
I
It's good. It's really
My
good.
upper back's been killing me for the last.
That's
2
what I
weeks.
did today. I was like, usually
Wait, you can
it's the
choose? Like,
Huh?
You can at Choose. You choose where the waterbed chooses to
Yes.
yeah.
massage you.
There's like a number line from like 1 to 30, your foot and then your head, and
Oh.
you just adjust where you want it to. Where you want it to
yeah.
start and where you want it to end. So today
I'm not
it
mad at
started
that.
full body,
Yeah.
and I was just like, you know what? It's my back. So I only did my lower back to my shoulders.
and does
Put
it
that
feel,
shit on high,
does
and
it-
it's hot water.
Oh wow! Does it?
It
and
felt bomb.
Does it feel like someone with like a high pressure just hose? Like, does it feel like?
Yeah, it goes like this. It think in like lines like that is how it hits
Okay.
your body.
It's not one constant spray. It's like bursts,
Yeah,
rapid bursts.
just like that.
So I'm getting like machine gunned in the back with
Yes.
like water.
It's like
spouts?
water
Yep.
jets, and then like a little like
But it
there's
feels
a flap.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
It
well,
feels
I mean that's
wonderful.
what matters.
Pulses down like that. And
It may seem cheap, but if it works, it works.
yeah,
Yeah.
it feels good.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only difference is I've noticed the Choose in Mission Valley's hydro thing. You're sitting in basically
A chair.
like a reclining chair.
That's
like you would a
why
movie.
The La Mesa
Oh,
one is better.
Yeah.
It's a bed.
The La Mesa
I'm
one's a
realizing
bed.
There's so many in East County. Like they're all in East County and then spread out through the rest of San Diego.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. Like, give me one in Poway, let alone Mira Mesa. I'll go a lot more than
Too rich.
than now. That's the only
Choose
downfall.
is the cheap gym.
It's like I have the
It's
gym,
so good.
but sometimes I can't
Step
even
above the Y.
afford to go to the gym that I pay for because I don't have the gas. And it's so fucking stupid. It's either Rancho Bernardo or Mission Valley. And
Rough.
either or, it's like
they're both kind of equally far from you.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then it's just like I go to the one in Mission Valley because I know podcast.
Yeah, you could do
I
it on
could go
podcast
there
days.
before the podcast. After that, it's just like unless I go early in the morning or really late
Fuck
at night,
that.
I have no reason to go up north.
Yeah.
That's like the only thing. And then it's just like, do I want to go to the gym or do I want to be able to go to work the next 3 days? I think I'll go to work.
Yeah, I guess.
That's the only downfall. I just want a closer gym.
I mean, you could go to a 24-hour or LA Fitness.
I don't want to pay for that. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
LA Fitness is what, 50? 40?
It's like
like
35.
40. No, I think it went up more.
Oh, well, I don't know because
Yeah.
I don't go there.
Because then at the same time, it's not like I'm just picking one.
Yeah.
If I'm gonna pay for a gym, I'm always gonna opt to go more places.
I just got the
Because then,
Yeah.
well, yeah, because you don't.
because I live right next
Yeah, you
to
live
it.
right next to it.
And
you
I
don't
still
have to.
don't go.
It's okay. Yeah, no. This one gets crowded, but it's not bad.
The one by me?
Yeah, I got a smoothie with my points
Easy.
today. Sorry, I got a smoothie with my points today.
Yeah, that's a thing I just recently discovered, that points are an option.
Oh, man, you haven't been getting points at all?
Do you have the
For
app?
nothing. Yeah, I got the app.
Do you use your app when you come in?
I did.
Okay, good. Then you're accumulating a lot
It
of
Am I?
points.
gets you 3 points every time you check in with the
All right,
app.
so I've got like 15
And then
points.
if you do a post, you get 5 extra points.
Oh,
3 or 5 extra points.
But yeah, I just discovered it because I was trying to help out Rebecca because she was looking for a new place to live. Remember, she was talking about her roommate craziness.
Yeah.
And she mentioned something about the gym. I'm like, yeah, I'm supposed to be going to Choose. She's like, oh, I use a friend's account to go there. It's like,
Yeah.
maybe I'll just go and just get my own. I'm like, well, if you do, tell me, because apparently I can probably get like a referral.
Yeah, you get
And then I
points.
look
Yeah.
into the points. I'm like, oh shit, I can get a lot of points for referring someone. I can get like 2 massages and a fucking smoothie. So now, if anyone wants to go to Choose, hit me up at Graphite Night and let's get this going.
I am.
I'll pay your first month's dues.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You could do first month, or you could do 1 month of premium if you wanted.
Oh,
You can. Yeah, you can claim.
I
your
was just
points
gonna give
for
him
that.
$10.
Yeah. The points that I see now, like what you can what is it, redeem? You can redeem 1 month pay of your plan, or you can redeem 1 month of a premium with the points. You could get a smoothie because you guys have the smoothie bar. And then I was looking today, and it was like they had like the fucking towels, like a workout towel for 150 points.
I got a towel.
I don't even, honestly, I used to bring towels in, but then it was just like, I mean,
So what you're telling me is you're gross.
I wipe everything when I'm done and throw away the paper towels just
Those-
because I don't
That's
have
what I
to.
Those wipes are fucking wet as hell
Yeah, they are.
and
They're
do not dry
damp.
fast enough.
They're damp as fuck. I get that, and then I get a dry paper towel, and then I.
Yeah, that's what I
Like-
do.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm just saving my points so I could either get another shirt, or apparently that you can get a sweet ass sweater.
Oh yeah, I saw those.
Oh my god,
Which one is that one? The-
sinfully ugly.
Which one is that one?
That is
Yeah, they had
that
that
is a
today.
hate crime to sweaters.
They had a blue one. They had a black one.
Oh, they have a black one?
Yeah,
Fuck
they have
yeah.
a black one, and it's only
It's an extra
the
200
small
points.
logo. It's like a small logo in
That-
front,
I
and it's
like-
a zip up.
I like that even more.
Oh, zip up. All right.
That was at Mission Valley.
I don't
today.
fucks with pullovers.
Oh,
Really?
No,
You get too hot?
I don't like pullovers. Yeah, I don't like not having the option of like opening it up or anything.
I
I
honestly
see what you mean.
prefer pullovers just because I feel like I look better in them. But
I think it just depends for me.
I have a bunch of both though.
I like on pullovers. I like when they have the big front pocket
yeah.
to put both your hands in.
So you just twiddle your thumbs in your
Yeah, I
jacket?
do that sometimes.
I do that all the time.
Zip-ups have pockets in the sides. Like
I
still
know,
got
but I
place
can't
for-
touch my thumbs.
Oh,
the
okay.
zipper gets in
I
the
didn't,
way.
I didn't realize it was important to touch thumbs.
Yeah, you said that
Someone has to touch my thumbs. I'm going to touch
Nobody's
them.
over here touching my thumbs. I got to do it myself.
You lace your fingers together.
You have that as like your post of things I want in life. I want someone to touch my thumb. What the
Please.
fuck does that mean, Steph? Just touch it, okay?
Touch it. Touch it
my
now.
thumb. Thank you.
Weirdos. Okay, back to
Reality.
kind of,
Fruit-O-Lypics?
no, back to the kind of float.
Oh, yes.
Direction. I want to ask you, Steph,
Yes.
since this was a mostly positive experience for
Yes.
you. I mean, it's not a negative experience for Jordan and I,
Yeah.
but because you're more into this, would you be willing to do like more holistic things, like in the goal of like things that are relaxing or considered to be beneficial for like overall wellness?
Oh, like just try things? Or
Yeah.
the float specifically?
Like beyond the float, because I feel like the float can kind of be an introduction to more things.
Oh, yeah, no, dude, I have a whole list of shit I want to try.
Would
like-
you be willing to do acupuncture?
Yes, that's one of the things.
Ooh, you are real
Yeah.
fast on that. You were
I would,
really.
I would like to try acupuncture.
Yeah.
No, not
There's
me.
one that I saw. It's there's one place, I forgot where I saw
I'm
it.
gonna bring this up in the.
It was
say
like
no.
it was like 35 or something,
I could say no if I want.
and I wanted to try it out. The
Really?
needles aren't that crazy, and you don't even feel them apparently.
I know, like my dad did acupuncture
Yeah.
for his.
I want to try cupping
shoulder.
too.
That just seems like some nonsense.
Yeah, I want to try that.
I want to
Just-
try the
just to
cupping.
Try it.
Just
Just
to
to
see.
get like giant fucking like octopus
Those nasty-
hickeys on your fucking
Dude,
back.
you never wanted
I've
to be
heard-
hugged by an octopus?
No, they got the beak, man. You know I got a thing with that.
I've
True.
heard some people like have those for a while. Like it
Octopi?
hasn't gone down. Like some
Well, yeah,
people.
like, I mean that's just a matter of like how
Yeah.
quickly like people like how long a hickey stays on somebody. It's the same thing.
I gave myself a hickey one time. It was so stupid. When I was little, I got the what is it? Those.
Did you try and pass it off as a hickey though, or did you just
No.
like suck on your arm because you realized it would make a mark?
No, it was stupid. So you don't have any of them, but they're like the little plastic things that you stick on a glass to hang something.
Okay. Yeah.
And I put it on my head, and I was pressing it like a button, and I kept doing that and doing that and doing that, and I pulled it off, and my dad looked and he goes, "How come you have a kiss mark on your head, Steph?" And I was like,
mark.
"What?" And I saw it, and it just looked like this big red
Fucking
thing.
cyclops eye on your
It
forehead.
was real stupid. I was like 4th grade. I was in 4th grade.
So you had to go to school with this like purple mark on your
It
forehead?
was real dumb.
Where you're like, oh yeah, my boyfriend gave me this.
No, God.
His name is Jared.
I didn't have a boyfriend
And
until 9th grade.
He's in Canada.
Yeah, it's a long distance
Yeah.
thing.
He just came to visit for the weekend.
He's so sweet.
He's super sweet.
He just sucked on my
He
head.
sucked on my head.
He's got a thing. I don't judge.
He likes sucking my head.
He like tried to kiss me really sweetly, and then it just turned into sucking, and I was like, I guess this is gonna
And
happen.
I just loved it so much. He's so sweet. Like, he sucked my head.
His last name is Birdo.
Jesus Christ. No, but yeah, I want to do acupuncture. I want to do that
Chiropractic?
that thing.
Mm.
I would maybe do that.
I want to try that. Acupuncture. I've gotten massages before. I forget if I've gotten a Swedish or what is it? A
Shiatsu.
Yeah,
Shiatsu.
shiatsu.
Did it hurt?
I know one of the massages I got hurt like hell.
That could have been shiatsu, yeah.
Yeah.
That's, apparently that hurts up front and feels better later, as to which I say, no thank you. I'll just feel better now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like, I think that was like my first massage was that, because I just remember trying to be relaxed
Ow,
about
ow,
it,
Yeah.
because the girl was doing it, and I was just like, she's doing it, and I was just like, oh, yeah, that feels good.
Her knees on you.
Good. And then, Yeah, that was my first massage. And then the second one, I want to go back to the place I went. I don't know if it's still the same, but there is a place in Escondido, and I'm pretty sure I said this story before, but this is back in 2015 or 14. It was like when we came back from EDC, my roommate at the time was like, "You want to get a foot massage?" And I was like, "Sure, let's go. That sounds nice."
Yeah, I wouldn't
foot
say no to
massage,
that.
right?
Yeah.
And then we get there. It's like 8:30. We get to this quiet little room, like this quiet little office front that, first of all, I think the office is closed because the lights aren't on and it's really dark in there.
Ooh, shady.
And I was just like,
Shady.
okay, we walk in and then it's like a low red light with like the little like Buddha, like little statues and their incense and stuff.
Shrine.
And a lady at the counter. And then we go into this semi-other dark room in what look like big office chairs, like little office couch chairs. And then we sit, and we're sitting. And I just think, she told me foot massage. So I was just like, okay, they're going to rub my feet. This is going to feel really good. And I'm sitting there, and she comes in, and the lady starts rubbing my feet. And I was like, okay, cool. And then she starts going up my leg. And then she's on my calves.
Giving you a wink.
And then she's going to my thighs. And I was just like, okay. And then she goes, okay, you could lay down now. And I was like, what? And then I lay down, and she just starts working up my back. I'm still clothed.
Okay.
Yeah. She's working up my back. She starts
I was going to say, I've seen ads for porn like this.
Yeah.
She starts going up my back, up to my shoulders. And then she gets oil, puts it in her hand, and just starts
Slaps
rubbing
it?
oil
Oh.
on my head.
On your head?
Yeah, on my head.
Just
and
like-
just really getting
like
in
fucking up your
there.
hair?
And I was just like, okay. And I was like, this feels great.
Yeah, like, I mean, it's a weird start because you had a different expectation.
Yeah.
But if I knew that this was what I was going to get going into it, I have no problems with any of this.
Yeah.
I mean, it was super sketch to get up to
Yeah.
this point, but I mean,
Yeah. You wanna know how much
I
that
melt pretty
was?
quickly once I get it rubbed down.
$25 for an hour.
Wow.
I was like, this is cheap as fuck. Let's go back. I haven't gone back.
I think they had an expectation.
Yeah.
I think they had an expectation from you.
Yeah, I was just like, oh, that was fantastic.
They expected you to order off the menu.
Immediately after, I was like, do we have to drive home? Like, I could just sleep here.
Nah. I did not have that same kind of experience. I got a massage from, it was a gift from Allison, who's been on the podcast.
Okay.
For another friend who is a masseuse, to like give me a massage as a Christmas present. So I had massage, full body. It was nice while it happened, but like fairly quickly once it was all done, like none of that lasting effect stayed with me. It didn't linger.
Yeah.
And I don't know, maybe it was also weird because afterwards, she was, and even during, like, she was asking questions like, "Oh, did you injure this shoulder?" I'm like, "Yeah, like years ago." She's like, "Oh yeah, I could tell. Oh, this you hurt this knee too." I'm like, "Where are you? Who? How do you know all
I
this
hope
about
you know the
me?"
pain you feel in your leg. It's because it's broken.
Like,
What?
I didn't right now. Ah!
Just whispers in your ear, you're not.
Looks at your leg and realizes you got into a car accident. Didn't you? What?
Like it was
you got
so
hit by a car. How can you tell?
It was so weird that
You died in 1993.
Oh shit!
because I'm friends with this person now, but I barely knew them then, so they wouldn't like
They
should
wouldn't know
not
these little
this information.
Yeah.
And then was real weird when it was over. She's like, "You kind of have like a weird." Or I shouldn't say weird. She says, you kind of have an uncomfortableness with like people at first. Like you kind of, you have a guard, don't you? I'm like, yeah. She goes, yeah, I could tell. You're kind of resistant to being touched for a while, and then you kind of eased into it. I'm like, ooh, you my mom? Get off me.
Don't touch my arm. This is a massage, though.
No, but like she could feel the tension in
Yeah.
my body, like of my muscles.
Just let me in, Anthony.
Yeah. They always tell you when you get massages, they're not supposed to hurt. And if it hurts, you need a lot of work. And I was like, really? Because
That
I
sounds
feel
like what a sadist would tell you.
I feel like you rubbing your like knuckles into the back of my back. Like, of course I'm gonna feel that.
No.
I still feel your hand there. Come on. But I generally enjoy massages if the person's doing the massage right.
Yeah.
I'm afraid of all of this.
I love
Well,
massages.
when we get the group on, we'll all just see how it turns out.
we're
right.
gonna get massages and facials.
Oh God.
I'm sure they have like a good like. Are we gonna do this like a together experience again? I think that'd be fun.
Just all three of us in like 3 chairs next to each other getting mani-pedis and facials.
And then you guys are having a nice time. You look over to me and they're just slapping my face.
It's so weird. We went to a different place, but they still picked you out specifically, and they're just hitting you with a cat of 9 tails on the face.
You just see
It's for exfoliation.
one of those is just mounting me and just like just wailing on my face.
Are you ticklish?
I
Depends on situation.
don't like to reveal that information.
Oh, I'm selective when it comes to tickling.
Depends on situation.
If you get the right spot, you could tickle me. And for the most part, it's like I could.
Jordan, are you a part of those like underground tickle fetish groups?
No.
Just checking.
Damn it! I searched tickle. I was looking for massage.
Okay, but all right. So we said acupuncture. You're totally down for.
Yes.
Chiropractic. You're pretty down for, but I feel that's a little more of a legit science.
Yeah.
Is there anything else? Oh, the cupping. You said you're into.
I want to try that. Or hot. There's that hot stone thing. I'm just afraid that the stone might be too hot and it just hurts.
They just put hot rocks on you.
That hurts
Lava
me.
rocks on you. Is there any other like kind of weird, like
I'm looking
beyond the normal?
Yeah, the one where you put your feet in water and fish eat the dead skin off.
Yeah, would you do that?
I've done it in the Philippines.
Okay, all right. That checked off the list.
Yeah.
It tickles. It feels real weird.
I bet.
How about the one where you go into a dark room and put your feet into like a hole in the floor and a man just licks your feet?
No.
I bet we can go to a place in Hillcrest and find that.
Did we ever mention this on the podcast?
You got your feet
No.
licked by...
I was
Someone
listening.
asked for a picture of your feet getting licked.
No, from what's that fucking with
Woodstock.
No. Kind of funny.
Kevin.
Something, I forget their name. Anyways, they go to like a brothel and they went there and like people are just in masks and they were having sex. And it's totally cool. Everyone just having sex in this huge room.
Yeah, it's a normal thing that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I was trying to plan
It's a
in
sex
my
club.
float.
Yeah, that's the thing. And then there was a story where they were saying there was like a girl who was like sitting. There's like an area where this girl was sitting on a chair, and there was like 2 walls. You could see her on the chair in between 2 walls. But if you stand on one of the walls, obviously you don't see her anymore, but you just see a hole.
Yes.
And there's this girl who's just waiting for a cock.
I had a
Go in the
vision
hole.
of like a girl in like a chair in a hallway and several dicks just like coming out of holes.
like a conveyor belt of dicks.
Like you just choose which one you want.
That one.
My brain didn't go there. My
Like
brain,
it's almost like that gopher game where like it just pops out and you just decide if that's the one you want to touch or not.
my brain went to immediately like slapping them like a xylophone, just like
It's that game at Dave and Buster's where you the light,
whack-a-mole.
It's like
dicks.
whack-a-mole. It's whack-a-dick.
you gotta touch the
That's,
light.
that's a different thing on the menu.
So interesting.
There's a lot of sex stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get out of here
Before we float away.
before we float away.
We all float down here.
All right, there's that's the spectrum between Steph and Jordan.
Yeah.
If you have enjoyed this or in any way want to communicate with us, if you have things that you think would make for good topics, if you want to, at us, then do so on the social medias, which are at Facebook, at Twitter, and at Instagram by at LoRC Podcast. If you would like to email us, you can do so at LoRCpodcast@gmail.com. And you can always subscribe so you never miss any of these podcasts by subscribing to us at iTunes, Stitcher, You can download on Libsyn. You can subscribe on Spotify. That's the one I couldn't remember. Apparently, we are now on YouTube, where you can just play us in the background while you're at work.
Yeah,
And-
our name on YouTube is not what you would expect, because instead of it being, the League of Ridiculous Conversations, it
Keep
is
filling time while you look up. I can't edit this.
Yeah.
That's fine, because it's LoRC Podcast space exclamation mark. That's the name.
LORC
What?
space exclamation point?
LoRC Podcast space exclamation mark. Not the word space, but like a space bar exclamation mark. This is a random space bar exclamation
Can we
mark.
edit that?
Weird. Yeah, I guess
I assume we would be
I
able
assume
to.
I can. Oh yeah, and I guess I uploaded the first handful for my own YouTube.
We also didn't mention one more thing.
What?
Jordan cut his hair.
Also true, but they can't see that. It
Yeah.
just seems like a tease.
I mean,
That's also true.
they would see it in the Instagram video.
Oh, that's true.
that
What
we put-
Instagram video?
Oh god! Oh god! Oh, the Instagram video that we're going to post. Did you already post it?
No.
We'll post it like next week.
Okay.
This is happening in the future, so you can kind of just say it's up or
Oh,
it'll
you're
be
shady.
up.
True.
Your shady
So you can
videos.
see that video right now on LRC Podcast on Instagram. It's a video brought to you by Shady Rays, who we are not sponsored by.
You know, it'd be a real good idea.
What?
Also posting it on Twitter and Facebook.
Yes, also that.
Yeah, aren't our stuff linked?
No.
Oh, I linked all my stuff.
Well,
Maybe
link
that's
it.
why.
Link it, girl.
I mean, the options are there in Instagram, but I don't like to do that for Twitter at the very least, because then it just puts the link up and the images don't pop up.
Oh,
So
I see
for-
what you're
at the very
saying.
least, yeah, I want things to always be visual.
That's a good point. That's
That
a
makes
good point.
sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you just save that video and then post it on Twitter?
I mean, it saves to
Yeah.
a phone.
Yeah, I took the video as a video on my phone.
Good.
Okay. Like a normal
glad.
video. Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're both glad. Jordan,
I love
if they really like this video and they want to find out more about your eyeglass apparel,
You can find me on most social media platforms at Jordan is a Bear. Unified branding. Shout out to you, Barry.
Weren't you gonna say where the place you got the shades from?
they got to see the video for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta
okay.
watch the video.
Yeah,
to
we
see
got to get
Okay.
them hits.
where I got.
That's also true.
My new sunglasses.
Find out where
from.
they are on,
Or just,
on that
go back
post.
a minute in the podcast.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
when,
you.
when I straight up said it, and then
That's also true.
who we're not sponsored by. Please sponsor us.
You can find my stuff at Stephanoids on Twitter and Instagram. STEPHUHNOIDS. I've been thinking about doing YouTube stuff too. I haven't decided when I'm going to do that, and possibly stream video games. So you can find me on Twitter.
That's why you don't bring it up until you actually do it.
Now you just a tease.
I'm not going to tease you. I'll
Okay,
actually
she's-
bring it.
She
whoa.
said it. She said it.
Yeah, I'll do it soon. Don't know when, but I'll do it soon.
That's a tease. You just teased
It's
it.
still a tease unless you can promise
I
a
mean,
date.
I'm playing the game right now. I just haven't.
Yeah, you're
pressed
playing the game.
I just
you're at the
haven't
tease
pressed.
mode.
I haven't pressed share
It's all about the game and how you play it.
to play it. I mean, I could just stream me doing a world, but
you
then
sure could.
But the only thing about Kingdom Hearts is the cutscenes are so long, so it's just I'm gonna be talking like, "Hey
Also
guys,
true.
oh that's
Watch
so
it with
cute, wow that's awesome, oh man, why are you doing that?"
So if you want to watch Steph play Kingdom Hearts or any of the other games, find her, tell her so directly
yeah,
on her social medias, which is how you get a hold of her directly.
yeah.
Which again is
Stephanoids, STEPHUHNOIDS.
you always look confused when you say it.
Yeah, I do.
And you look at me like I
Yeah,
have
like
the
you're
answer.
gonna tell me that I'm wrong.
I mean, I
or
could
right.
probably say it, but not nearly as fast as the two of
Oh,
you.
add me on PlayStation 2 because I need friends to play with.
You have a PS2?
PlayStation 4 2, so you can play with me.
On the
Because I have
PlayStation
stuff
Network.
that I need to play games with.
She
And I
needs
wanna-
homies.
Yeah, I need people who play
She
with.
need internet homies.
I have video games that I want to play.
I need a new Xbox controller. I just broke my second one.
How?
I keep the bumper up
Yeah.
top.
Oh,
I keep
shit.
breaking.
Wow.
I think I broke, but I think I broke the other one on my last controller, so I think I may still have a good one. So I'll take the old one apart, and I think hopefully I could just drop it in a new one instead of buying another controller.
Yeah.
But I've had it for 3 years.
Okay.
I have not broken a single one of my controllers that I've had
I
for
get-
more than 3 years.
I get,
Same
stressed
here.
sometimes, and it really sucks now that Torbjorn can blow up his own turret by pressing down on the left joystick, because I'm just blowing up my turrets all the time by accident now.
Oh shit.
I need them to move that button.
Oh.
And if you want to get your float on with me, find me at Graphite Night on the Twitter and not the Instagram. So until next week, I'm Anthony,
I'm Jordan.
I'm Steph.
and we'll see you later. Steph brought it down at the end.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay. Bye.
Kill them all.
What?